Hello, everybody. My name is Gabe, and welcome to our game of Dawn of Worlds. Dawn of Worlds is a cooperative world-building game that we're going to be playing today. But before I get into how exactly that works, let's have everybody introduce themselves. Freeman, you go first.
Oh, hi. I'm your usual friend, Freeman, from the Frosty Lands of Canada. Usually the GM is Stemming the Tide at Uncharted North. Co-host on Encounter This. Good friends with all of these weirdos. And always, always, always happy to have you on board for another collaboration, Gabe. It seems it's what we do best.
Yes. Seems to be all I'm doing these days.
Hey, it's a good gig to have.
Yeah. Cam, you go next.
Hi, I'm Cam, the tallest mountain on this podcast. And,
Oh, no.
oh, yes. I'm actually working on another project with Gabe. We just can't get enough of him.
Yep. Duncan.
Oh, hey,
If
listener.
any of you would like to popcorn to the next person, that would be appreciated.
You do such a good job, Gabe, but you do such a good job.
There's one thing I love, and something that's supposed to seem like it's live, is dead air. Give me more dead air.
Oh, me?
Duncan.
Just
Yes.
Duncan here. That's another Uncharted North denizen. I'm glad to be here, Gabe, on one of these collabs. I think this is the third and the first one that I'm a part of. So let's don this world together.
Cool. Glad to have you. And Scott.
All right, I was ready to popcorn, but hey, I got the quick intro. I'm here for it. No, all good. And I am Scott from Uncharted North, Stemming the Tide. You may recognize me if you know about that show. If not, hey, check it out. All right.
Oh my God, we get to play with Scott? Wow.
And I'm
a big
Gabe.
deal.
I hosted the LMNOPs. I ran that game. I also I facilitated. I didn't really run it, but I facilitated Sleepaway as well. So and probably more stuff in the future. So today we're going to be playing Dawn of Worlds. What is Dawn of Worlds? I hear you asking. Dawn of Worlds, like I said, it's a fantasy world building game. As a group, we're going to be creating a world. We started out with a map that you may be able to see, depending on how you're consuming this audio or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we started with a map that I just kind of sketched out a shape, and then each of us added, some small detail onto that. And then we're going to be taking turns. We're going to roll to gather points, and then we're going to use those points on various actions to reshape the world, to create races, create civilizations, and so on. We're going to be going through 3 eras of the game. The first era is going to be 500 years per round, and then 100 years per round, and then like a few years per round. And each of those have slightly different rules for how things function. But by the end of this, we'll have a world that theoretically you could go and you could play a role-playing game in if you wanted to. And I have before. This is a really, really fun way to create a world for like a one-shot or even a longer campaign if you want to. You could get your players around and have them join in and go from there. So can any of you think of anything that we should bring up before we kind of jump right in?
So I will be not directly playing as we do this. I am on the program known as Inkarnate. I will be drawing a map as we go in sort of better assets than the digital whiteboard you see in front of you.
Are you saying I can't draw, Freeman?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's right.
And so I'll be back here kind of like adding some extra things in, some commentary, and trying to facilitate a little bit of extra stuff for the visual medium. You can see we have here a little UN logo for our fun time here. And on the side of it, we have rounds. So I'm going to move this thing along as best I can to cover which round we're on, because there is a mechanical purpose for keeping track of those, up to 5 and then 10 rounds. But we'll get to that when we'll burn that bridge when we cross it. And then I think there was one other thing, Gabe, rules-wise, where we didn't have any too much clarity, so we made a house rule. I don't know if you want to cover that now or later, but let's keep it in mind.
I guess I might as well. One of the things that we can spend points on is to create an avatar. In the game, all of us are kind of playing like quote unquote gods. We're not necessarily specific gods, but like, we're the ones creating the world. And each of us can create avatars within the world, and there's a way in the rules that you can sort of game the system a little bit by creating an avatar for one amount of points and then having them do something else that would normally cost more points. And we've decided to not let that happen, not let that sort of game the system. When we do that, it still costs whatever the points it would normally cost, so that when we do something through an avatar, it's for story purposes rather than for necessarily a mechanical benefit, although there may still be mechanical benefits for doing so. Mm-hmm. One more thing I did realize I should say before we start: if anybody's interested in playing this game, the rules are online for free at clanwebsite.org. Basically, if you just Google Dawn of Worlds RPG, it'll take you straight to their website, and you can play it. You can get the rules through there and then play it with your friends. It's a great game. I've played it once before, and like I said, it's free, so you can just come on here. You should probably check out their other products too. I'm not familiar with them myself, but I'm sure they're equally as good.
Wonderful. We actually have some color coding here too, but I don't have a visual look on who is what color. So why don't we go around the table here and indicate that?
Sure. I'm dark red. I'll make a little dot in the corner.
I, Scott, am purple.
Okay. Yeah, make a little dot in the corner there, and oh god, it's getting all messy already.
As it is going to go, yes.
Yeah, this is going to be a real mess. I love it.
Yep.
And I'm yellow.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, then to start out, should we each roll 2d6, and whoever gets the highest goes first?
Sure.
Cool. So I'll point that out for listeners. So the way that this is going to go is that each round we're going to roll 2d6. That's the number of points that we have to spend on things. And then this game incentivizes you to spend as many of your points as possible. You can hoard points for future turns if you want, because certain things will cost more than 9 or 6 or 4 points. But if you spend most of your points, you actually get a bonus on future turns. So you can save them, but it's to your benefit to use up as many, or at least a lot of them on your turn, to just keep the game moving, so that it's not just everybody sitting around sitting on a pile of points.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. So I believe Scott's going to go first with 11 points, and then Duncan and myself with 9, and Cam with 6 after that.
All right.
I will be only answering to the tallest mountain this game.
Okay. The tallest mountain goes last.
Scott, you said you're
That
purple?
sounds like a
I am purple.
Okay.
Simon and Garfunkel song. The tallest mountain goes last.
All right, y'all. Well, if we are good to go here, I am going to go ahead and roll. And I have rolled 2d6 for a total of 6.
Actually,
So
we're using the numbers we already rolled. So you have 11.
Oh, sick. Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cam, sorry,
I
can
am
you put a
going
little
to-
squiggle on the map? Yours is missing.
I did put one. My
I
bad.
don't know where it went. I got lost.
Like sands through an hourglass.
There we go. Perfect.
Well, a broken hourglass, I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to start.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. I have one quick question. So we put some basic assets on the map here. There was a landmass. Everyone added a little something. Cam, you added this condom on the map. What is that exactly?
I don't know any Camerons or Cams. I only know the tallest mountain.
Okay, it's the tallest mountain. Okay, I just want to double check.
It's a weird tower-shaped mountain.
I want to know what condoms you're wearing, Freeman, because that does not look like a fucking condom.
I think you're wrong. Continue, Scott. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I am going to, just above to the north of this first little mountain range here, I'm going to begin to take 1 inch of land away, creating a bay for 3 points. For another 3 points, I will continue to take that land away. And then let's see here. So that's for 6. So I still have 5 points left. I'm going to take away. No, I'm going to use shape climate. So all the area above that for 3 inches, I'm going to spend 6 points to make it a hot, humid, kind of tropical climate.
Okay.
Don't you only have 5 points left, though?
Okay, I'm bad at math.
You could do it for 2 4-inch squares. I'm sorry.
I will take away 1 more inch. of
Okay,
land,
so you're
thus
going further
creating
in.
a
Further in.
peninsula,
All right.
further in. And then above it, I will create 2. Wait. Now I'm all fucked up.
and we're off to the races.
You've taken away. You could do 1 inch of shape climate.
1 inch of shape climate, fine. Just at the very end of my new peninsula.
No one said God had it easy those first few
Okay.
days.
Your new peninsula is gonna be nice hot weather, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. All right, who's next?
All right. Duncan, do you want to go first? Do you want to go next?
I mean, sure, yeah. I got a plan here. I don't want to step on the toes of the tallest mountain, but I've got 9 points here, and I think I'm going to go to the southeast of this island and draw the tallest mountain.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
It has begun.
This is where I know my drawing in the background here. At some point, I'm gonna have to stop people from like the limit of how big a mountain is capable of being.
So we have a net mountain that is slightly misshapen to be 2 units high, and then actually I've got to erase this a little bit, but the peak does not bisect another unit, so it's a base of 2 units and then another unit on top of that for 9 points worth of mountainous terrain.
That is a big mountain.
Oh yeah. Edmund Hillary, eat your heart out. Literally.
Full heart.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Oh yeah. Yep. Tallest mountain.
Okay. So I'm gonna use shape climate. I think, let's say 3 times. I'm going to turn. So hold on. So it's roughly 1 inch. Let's say 1 and 2. So pretty much like this section of the peninsula here is dry and always dark. So it's
Dry
like
and
not
always
necessarily
dark.
desert, but there's whatever land is there is just very, very dry. Things don't grow very well, and it is always like cloudy or overcast or just dark in that area over there on the other side of the new tallest mountain in the world.
Okay.
Ooh.
Scoot, were you going like desert area or just like rocky, barren area for this above your new peninsula or along your peninsula? Tropical. You're going tropical.
Humid.
Gotcha. And you're going kind of deserty over here, Gabe?
Yeah, in fact, let me take back what I said. It's just desert. That just makes a lot
call it
more
desert?
sense. It's just
Okay.
desert.
Yeah.
However, it's dark desert.
Dark desert.
Sun rises in the west.
All right. Cool.
Cool. So, and then the previous tallest mountain's turn is next.
I'm going to spend 3 of my points to make this mountain over here less tall. Fuck off. A meteor comes by and swipes off your top half. Fuck you.
One god brings it up.
Yep.
It is
And
worth
then-
pointing out, just so the listeners know, this is a cooperative game. None of us own any particular part of this.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I could easily just become this tallest mountain over here. There's nothing stopping me from doing that.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny as a bit to do it one time.
So you're shrinking this
and-
mountain.
Yes, I am shrinking this mountain in the southeast.
By how
And then,
much exactly to make it? Is it still tallest?
1 inch, I guess.
Okay.
Because he spent 3, so it'd be 2 inches, and then I'm gonna spend my last 3 points to make my mountain 3 inch or an inch bigger.
Well, that saves me from moving the
You can
tallest
just copy
mountain
and paste that.
text that I put over top here. My God.
There you go.
All right.
Got Alp Envy over here.
Is that the first round done?
That is the first round.
Round
Okay.
done.
500 years.
I'm just going to quickly...
Ages.
I haven't quite figured out how to do a dark desert yet, but I'm just going to quickly swap over to the view of Inkarnate here so that the viewers can see what I've done so far. I think it's looking pretty accurate. Otherwise, keep going. We're on to round 2.
I'm very
so
excited
for round
to see
2,
that.
we're all
but
going to roll. We're all going to roll 2d6 again. If any of you, which I think all of us did, if you had 5 or fewer points, you get a +1 to your roll. So 2d6 +1.
And do we just keep going in the order that we did?
It's whoever rolls the highest.
Yeah,
Roll
sure,
again, and then you go in that new order.
Woo.
Low rolling.
Dunk, you should have +1 to that, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
mental
yeah.
math.
And Scott as well, I think.
Yep. Well, I'd figured adding +1 in my head was easy enough.
Sure. Okay, so I think I'm going to go first, and then the tallest mountain, and then Duncan, and then Scott. So I actually have 13 points total with the 3 that I had saved before. So I am I'm going to
wait,
corrupt.
do you keep the points that you saved from last time? I thought you don't,
Yes.
but that's why you get a +1.
Oh no, you keep them. You're just
Oh, okay.
incentivized
As
to
long
use
as-
most of your points.
Right.
Yeah, because you want to get below 4 or 5.
Awesome.
I guess the question is, do we want to include the points that you have saved when determining the turn order, or
Yes.
just go off of what was rolled?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it should absolutely be points saved.
Okay, well, in that case,
think.
I had 13, which I think is still probably
Yeah.
first.
Everyone else spent all of theirs.
Okay.
All right. 13 points,
So
let's go.
I'm going to corrupt a civilization. Now I know it says civilization on the list of actions, but in the actual like rules where it describes that, it says you can corrupt a civilization or 1 inch of landscape by 1
Yeah.
step. So I'm going to do that, and that I'm going to do that 3 times. And the area that is desert that I created last turn is dead. Not just dead, but like possibly undead.
Okay. You're really
Like,
you're
it is-
making
it
that
is
desert
like-
a
Evil
proper dangerous place.
or yes, a very dangerous place.
cool.
And that is 12 points, so that is my turn.
Who's up next?
Dunkino.
Oh, sorry, yes. No, I think it was the tallest mountain. Cam is next.
Oh, was I? Okay.
You got 7.
That's true. That's true. I am going to shape climate 3 times around. Sorry, twice around the large. I'm gonna make the mountain 1 more bigger. You got it.
No.
And then I'm going to shape the climate. What?
Did you just make it wider? Or
Yes.
Okay, just wider. Okay.
Because it's by 1 inch, so like it's 4 squares. I'm
Okay, all right. I'm just double checking.
and then I'm gonna spend the last 4 of my points to shape the climate to create a beautiful, temperate, dark oak forest at the base of the mountain.
Okay, something to bar Duncan's entry. But not really.
That wasn't the intent, yeah, but because he could just come build over here. There's nothing stopping him.
I was just having an innocent mountain moment over here. We're not at war, buddy.
Sure thing, friend.
So what kind of forest you said?
Dark oak forest.
Dark oak forest. All right.
All right, was that Cam? Is that your turn?
Mhm.
Okay, Duncan,
That
I
is my
believe
turn.
you are next.
Okay. From my 6 points, I will use 3 to shape the land to the northwest of my formerly tall mountain, now just a gentleman's tallest mountain in the land. I'm going to cut out a little bit of cove right here in this kind of like crook of the larger bay.
Okay, yeah.
And make a nice little like sand beach cove with little like sea caves in it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
A kind of super temperate little area that, spoiler alert, would be good for hiding booty in.
It'd be a shame if
smuggler's
that
heaven.
It'd be a shame if that
Shame
cute
if
little
somebody
beach
plundered
became
it.
corrupted.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I didn't think about that. And that's my turn.
All right, Scott.
All right, that leaves me. So I have 1 carryover point, and I rolled a 4, so I have 5. So I'm going to continue my humid, delightful little Mediterranean vibe to the north of my little peninsula here. And once I'm done that, I think that I'm going to make a little forest up in that area, but it's going to be a tropical forest. So I've got one square that's just humid, and then the next one is kind of humid tropical with a little forest on it, all to the north of my peninsula. And that's my turn.
Cool.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
So just a wee bit of tropical forest.
That's a pretty quick turn.
Palm trees
You'd think
count as
so, but it
tropical?
was actually 500 years.
It's 500 years. So now everybody roll 2d6, and since I believe all of us used up enough of our points to get us below 5, 2d6 plus 2, added on to whatever you already had previously.
Oh my goodness.
And I think it would be best if we can, if you have any left over, try to add it into the chat there just so we know
that's a good
exactly
idea,
how
actually.
much.
I'll do that from now on. Okay, so it looks like Scott is going to go first, and then Cam, and then me, and then Duncan.
Okay, so carrying along, I'm going to
Then Duncan actually
continue.
goes before me.
I'm going to be continuing what I was already doing, essentially creating more of this atmosphere. So let's see. I'm going to do 3 climates for 6 points. Okay. So I basically have surrounded my peninsula all in this humid tropical vibe. And then let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and continue with the land. And I've got, oh my God, my math. I have 6 points left. So 2 shape lands continuing the tropical forest.
More forest. All right.
More forest. So it's like, yeah, it's a real like tropical nice vibe up there. And that's my turn. 0 points left.
All right. Cam is next.
The tallest mountain.
Sorry, the tallest mountain is next.
They only respond to the tallest mountain.
Thank you. Mountain, more biggerer.
More bigger.
Until Freeman tells me to stop, I'm not gonna.
Oh, are you going to make it taller or are you just going to keep going wider? Because it's just going to be like a plateau at some point.
It's all about the girth, baby.
It's I may not hit the skies, but I'm gonna fuck up the sides.
Oh, boy.
Just the largest mountain.
You sick bitch.
I'll tell you when you're older, Freeman. That's 3 out of my 10, so I have 7 left. You know what?
Sorry, what did you do?
We'll
Sorry,
make it taller just for scoot. Mountain bigger again.
That's it? Just more mountain bigger?
So that's 6 points. Yep. And then so that's 6 points, and then I have 4 left. So changing climate. We're gonna add a nice little lake down here in our dark oak forest. A very big lake, big enough for you probably need a boat to get across for sure, and might actually be able to start establish some trade. And then there's going to be more forest, but on the south side of the lake, it is maple instead of dark oak.
Okay.
And that is all of my points.
And you want this lake to be mostly kind of circular, like you've drawn there, or do you want it a little oblong?
Make it a little oblong.
Okay, a little oblong. Right up.
Oblong is my
Don't
favorite
mind
shape.
if I do.
It's mine too, Gabe. It's so good. Will Ferrell's fucking hilarious.
Tallest mountain. Are you using shape land or shape climate to make lakes?
I was doing. Oh, that should probably be a shape land for the lake. You're right.
Probably should.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I will get rid of my lake this turn, and I'll make it next turn.
And what about the forest? Are you using shape
I think that's
land
climate. I think that's climate making forests, right? That's climate, like temperate climate would be forests.
Okay, I will switch up.
I was thinking that
I mean, in shape.
I've been
that argument-
shaping land.
Yeah, by that
Is the
argument,
only reason I
Scott would
bring it
not
up.
have had to create his own forest. He could have just created the forest, and the land would then be temperate.
Yeah,
Or
I
Shape
was
land
always
does
thinking
say
that.
the creation of forests.
Yeah, the
So-
creation of forest would be shape land, I would say.
Okay. Then
Here you go, tallest cheater.
Okay. Delete my forests. Let's see. Then I have 4 points left. I'm just gonna retcon and make the forest from last time,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
Okay, so that forest remains, and the lake is no
Yep.
more.
And then the lake and other forest does not. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go. And then
make
Duncan
me
actually
undo
goes
all this
before me because Duncan had more points saved over.
Yep, I'm rolling with a big hot 8 points, which isn't actually that much. But shape land. So from this cheeky little pirate cove, no pirates yet, but it's ready for them, baby. There will be a nice little river that winds towards the formerly tallest mountain in the land. And then a nice cheeky little lake at the base of. So okay, am I correct? The tallest mountain, well, formerly tallest mountain, and then tallest mountain again, also known as Cam. Did you just like cut the knees out of my mountain? It's shorter from the bottom.
I think I flavored it as a meteor came and took off the top, so now you have a nice flat like top. To build
like a
stuff
mesa of.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
actually
don't know if I
better.
have
Okay.
Let me see if I have a thing for that. Oh crap.
Okay. Well, while you work on that, I would like to. Okay, I was going to make a lake at the base of it, but instead, I would like to
Put it
make.
at the top.
No. What I am going to have is a nice kind of rocky, like a foresty, rocky kind of sloping trail upwards to the top of the mountain, almost like a natural kind of like gradient that goes up to a more smooth top, if you know what I mean.
Like Joshua tree.
Yeah.
Little rocks, little trees.
I don't know this Joshua, but he sounds like a great fella.
Okay, sorry. I need a little more clarification on what Duncan just did with his turn.
So, from my cheeky little pirate cove,
Yeah.
there is a stream. It is
Stream. Okay.
looking like a stream of pee right now, but that's only because of the yellow color that I'm using. I can assure you it's not pee. It's crystal clear water from a cheeky pirate cove.
Okay.
It goes to as what was a kind of more sheer mountain is now on one side on the westernmost slope, kind of nice foresty, big bouldery kind of gentle slope upwards that is a more like accessible way to walk to the top of the mountain.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Okay.
And if you could do it in the style of Rembrandt
You bastard.
with a smile on your face. And I will end my turn there with 2 points left in the point bucket.
Okay. So
You better
just
be
a little
smiling,
ways,
Freeman.
just a little ways over from that nice picturesque little, path up to the top of the mesa. In this dead, evil peninsula, a giant sinkhole opens up. It appears to be bottomless.
Oh,
It's shape land for 3 points, and then that's my turn. I'm saving my other 4 points.
Oh, amazing.
so sinister.
Yep.
All
right, so everybody
is that the end of
roll.
round 3?
That's the end of round 3. So roll 2d6 and add 3 plus whatever points you already got.
Okay. What am I doing here?
Is anyone keeping a log of what we're doing?
I'm filling out the sheet as we go.
Great.
Nice. Thank you. For
God
that.
bless you, tallest mountain.
God didn't do shit.
I just rolled
You're
2d6 plus 3 and got 6.
That's
I
right.
rolled
I did.
2d6
Oh.
plus 3 and got 9. Wait, how did you roll plus? Oh, because you added your other one. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe I go first with 13, and then Duncan, and then Cam. So you have more than 6,
I
correct?
have 9. Yeah.
You have 9, and then Scott. All right. So my turn. I am going to create an avatar. So out from this
boy.
bottomless pit walks this being of pure stone. This being of black stone crawls out of the pit and then spends the next 500 years wandering around the continent.
The
That
whole
is 10
continent?
points. I'm sorry?
The whole continent?
Yeah, just kind of
Everywhere?
strolling around.
Okay. All right.
Got a lot of time to do it. So, that's actually I'm going to do more than that because that leaves me with 7 points. So I need to. So then
That leaves you with 7 points?
yeah, I had 17 and it's 10 to create an avatar. So I'm
Oh, I
going
thought
to.
you had 13.
Oh no, sorry. You're right. For some reason
Okay.
I was adding my previous. I'm sorry. I was adding my previous amount twice by mistake. Thank you for catching that. So never mind. That's my turn. I have 3 points left.
Okay.
Ooh, who's the trickster god now, trying to get away with all this point cheating?
Sorry.
It's Dunk.
Okay, 12 points in the bucket. And you know what? I don't see any reason to mess with what I got going. I'm just going to sit here with my 12.
Okay. All right.
you're
After Duncan is
You're not
Cam.
going to spend.
No, I'm saving.
Okay. And your avatar is just okay. It's wandering the whole continent, but has started in the corrupted land. You said.
Yeah, I might have it do things next turn, like as it
Okay.
walks across. But story-wise, it's just wandering around the land.
Okay.
It is the only being.
Yep.
Tallest mountain?
Okay, I'm going to spend my 9 points. 3 of them will be to make the lake that I wanted, and then the other 6 will be to create different forests around the lake. Mostly birch and maple, maybe some mahogany.
I promise nothing.
And that is my turn.
All right,
Okay,
and I
after
think
Cam,
I am
Scott.
the cleanup crew here. So I only have 6 points. So I am going to. So basically, I want to be 5 points or under so I can get another +3 next turn. So I'm going to. I would like to say, but I can't. So I'm going to shape land. And I'm going to continue some mountains up in the northern area. There's already a mountain. God, what do you call it? Cascades, ravine? I don't know. Mountain range. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to leave a little gap, a little valley, and then put one more mountain on the other side. Definitely not rivaling the tallest mountain, just a standard mountain. And I'm going to end my turn with 3.
Okay. All right. That was that turn. So everybody go ahead and roll 2d6 and add 3, except for Duncan. I'm actually going to add in so I got 2d6 plus 6 for me.
Damn, Dunk.
Okay, we're on to round 5.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So
and
top of the
so we
round
got-
with Duncan, then Scott.
Scott,
then
all
me,
you got
and
was
then
that mountain. That was it.
That's it.
Okay. It's hard to
Okay. Didn't quite make the roll I was hoping for, but
Oh yeah, if you had gotten 2 more
An
points.
8. Look, what the fuck?
Oh well. On this little island to the west, I think that I'm going to make a cheeky little oasis. Just a nice little lagoon with some palm trees around it. That's not how to draw a palm tree. Freeman, draw this palm tree better than I'm doing right now.
I'll do my
That won't be
best.
hard.
You're doing a group of palm trees over yonder? That I can do.
And that's 3 points for shaping land. And that will be my turn.
Okay. All right. After Duncan and Scott.
Oh boy. Okay. I've got some decisions to make here because I'm sitting on a cool 17 points. So for my first action, even though I guess it's not really action, I'm just going to complete the mountain range just because I like what I got going on here on the left-hand side. So there's one more mountain. So the range continues basically across the whole way with a 1-inch gap in the middle. So I have 14 points left. And then I don't want to create an avatar yet. Wait. It's tough because I know what I want. I got some ideas, but it's like, do I want the avatar now or do I want my civilization first? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I create an avatar. So
Okay.
rising out of the water in the peninsula is a being that is invisible.
Oh.
But as it comes out of the water, you just notice the water running off of this invisible creature. You can see kind of silky outlines of it as it moves. And it too begins to travel through the lands, but invisible, laying down large footprints in its path.
Oh, that's so cool.
And that will be the end of my turn. And I'm going to be ending my turn with 4 points.
Cool. All right.
All right.
On my turn, I'm actually
sorry,
gonna...
real quick. Point to me where they came out of the water, where they spawned from. Oh, and your little nook
Right there.
Okay. And you
In
added
my
another
little-
mountain there, right? Is that right? Is that what I
Yep.
caught? Okay.
Right. Yeah. Mountain
Right.
is there.
Cool. That's all I need.
Oops. Did not mean to do that. Hold on a second.
Will they be friends or will they be foes?
I'm trying to... Well, that didn't work at all. I'm trying to pick up my avatar and move him, but it's not working because I drew him on top of something else. So I'm going to I'm going to do 3 shape lands. Rather than walk across the land itself, the black stone avatar walks across the bay. And as it walks across the bay, it leaves behind there's a long stretch of coral that is incredibly hard and incredibly spiky. And if people eventually if there are eventually people, and then those people create boats, those boats will have a very difficult time crossing this bay. And sorry, I just realized I was using the wrong tool to draw, so I wasn't drawing anything. So
Yeah.
Are you shaping land?
I'm shaping land 3 times, yeah. So there's just this big stretch of coral across the bay that is it's under the water, but it is spiky and possibly poisonous. Who knows?
Wow, that really
9 points.
is really
leaving me
great
with
for the
5.
pirates that are about to live there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so
I
the
mean, it's a natural defense if they know how to navigate the thing.
yeah, exactly. I wasn't trying
Ooh.
to stop the pirates. I'm saying that's why the pirates go there, because only you have to be skilled in order to get through. Nobody's going to be following them in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is my turn. Next up is Cam, the tallest mountain.
Thank you. I have 10 points, and I am also going to create an avatar. You see a small explosion burst forth from the tallest mountain, and a giant iron golem that just radiates steam and has fire for eyes, perfectly sculpted and smooth, casually walks out from the magma as the mountain seals up behind it.
There you go.
Okay, where is this thing forming?
Top of my mountain.
Top of the mountain. Okay. Oh man, this is ridiculous.
Okay, is that your turn?
Oh, has a horse head.
It has a horse head.
Yeah.
So big iron golem with a
like
horse
on
head.
its shoulders, or like
Yep.
giving it to somebody Godfather style.
think like Bojack but jacked.
Okay.
Bojack Horseman.
Bojack is his name, oh.
Yep. I think I might have drawn that thing a little bit. The coral reef is a little bit too big. Sorry about that. Okay, so that was that turn. Then
Yep.
let's go ahead and roll again. And if you,
Oh,
or
actually,
however
hold on.
many.
So,
Okay.
quick note: we have passed round 5. We're now entering round 6,
Okay.
which means that anyone who wants to try and push this from the age we're currently in, we can go to the next age, which will change the point value of everything you purchase. But it has to be voted on, and it has to be majority vote to move it on. So I don't know if it's at the start of this round or at the end of this round, Gabe, that you do the votes if someone wants to do it.
Yeah.
I would
I would say
assume it's
probably at the start
this.
of the round.
Yeah.
Is when
So
the
does
first,
anyone
if there
wanna-
was a vote, is when the vote would happen.
Anyone want to push the age forward yet?
No.
I vote no.
Okay. Round 6.
Okay.
Go for it.
Cool. Then yeah, go ahead and roll
Actually,
2d6
I'm about to
and
give
then
you a little peek at what I've done so far. I think I got everything. It's gonna take some adjustments, but that's what I've got there, viewers. I'll go ahead and screenshot it for everyone here too, so they can see it because they can't see my screen.
Oh, I'm sure ours looks much better.
It really does. Yeah.
Oh, you guys already rolled. I thought I was waiting on you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think it's looking pretty interesting. But
Ooh.
there's definitely some gaps that need filling, I think.
That's a real good mesa there, Freeman. Good job.
Oh yeah, that
Thanks.
looks
That was
nice.
Yeah,
pain in
that
the ass.
looks really good.
Duncan and his fucking slope. God damn it.
I'm only gonna make it harder for you because this is.
Oh, I missed the map. Where is it?
It's
It's on
in the
Discord.
On
Discord.
Donna World's chat.
I couldn't really find a hole in the ground either for you there, Gabe, but I found like a
Oh,
fire
that's
pit
fine.
or something.
No, perfect. All right.
Oh, that's
yeah,
money,
so,
Freeman.
so it looks like everybody's already rolled. So Duncan is going to go first. Next after that is Cam, and then Scott and me. We can decide who we want to go first out of the two of us.
Hey, I rolled enough to create a race, so I'm going to blow 22 points of my 23 points. And in this stream to mountain, but not on top of the mountain, just at the lower areas for reasons that will be explained by their physiology, lives an Ewok-esque type of people, but they're more like platypuses.
Ooh, hell
They
Okay.
yeah.
have a very
like it, I
amphibious
like
kind
it.
of nature. They have duck bills. They are the size of Ewoks, but less annoying. They have I don't know what kind of language an Ewok-esque platypus would make, but the songs
Speak
are
only in chirps.
fucking popping. Yeah, they're just having their little, they lived in that dank river valley from the cheeky pirate cove to the slope of the mountain.
So they're hanging out in the caves, or the mountain?
The river around
Along
the
the river.
stream. Yeah,
Okay.
along the river.
Perfect.
And they are
Oh,
good.
this is great. I found little duck tracks.
Can you find like milk patches for them to milk their young and
I'm afraid not.
spiny elbows to envenom attackers? And yeah, like it says that they start neutral or aligned 1 good or -1 evil. I would like them to be good little platypuses, platypodes, platypi.
I believe it is
Pie.
platypi.
Do you want to name them at all?
Octopi is not correct, but platypi, I believe, is correct.
Nice.
Is there a name for your race?
Oh.
Are they called?
We'll just call them. I don't want to go that route of something kind of lewd. So let's call them Perrys, the Perry people.
The Perry people. PERRI.
Ooh, Perry, Nando's. Love it.
The inventor of some spicy chicken.
That leaves me with 1 point and
1
the
point.
glow of a new mother.
Well, there you go. But you created the first civilized race in the world.
I created life. Yeah.
You created life. Next up is Cam.
We've been dreading this day, Duncan.
It's going to my head.
The tallest mountain.
Is that also the name of your avatar?
Yeah.
No,
That's the ironic name of Little Mountain. Is going to spend 10 of my 15 points to advance the Perry, driving them into shipbuilding and forestry.
Oh, nice.
To
Forestry,
be able
they're
to
near a
withstand.
forest, though. That seems a bit off.
Hold on. I think there is a rule. I could be corrected here that if you are doing something to someone else's peoples, it costs more.
Oh, yeah. I think you might be right.
Oh, there is something about that, isn't there? Which I think is kind of dumb. I don't really like that because I like the idea that it's all collaborative.
Allow me to correct. It's if you make a command order. So I don't think that's a command order. So never mind. Just
so they developed sailboats.
Okay. Sailboats. They're going that fast.
Yeah, this power
skip
causes a city or
past canoes?
civilization. Yeah, this power causes a city or civilization to gain expert knowledge of a given science or magic. These might include war magic, healing, warfare, steel, weaponsmithing, sailboats, writing, literacy, engineering, architecture, farming, or the like. As long as that city or civilization persists, it will always be the greatest in this field. So yeah, they haven't developed a language or literacy or anything like that yet, but they're really good at building boats. If Dunk's okay with that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They know one
communicate
letter
through
and
boats.
it be the C.
Oh, never. I'm sorry. I'll shut the fuck up.
All right. I'm gonna drop them some sweet Viking boats.
But I do like that you brought up they didn't have canoes or anything, they just went right to sail. So they had so many like failed attempts of smashing up against those fucking coral reefs.
By the time they were like, wait, these canoes they sit too low in the water. We need sailboats to harness the winds to rise above them. And then I'm going to spend 3 points to shape the land. And we're gonna go ahead and get some forest on over. We'll do a little. We'll do some little elm trees by the cove, and that'll leave me 2 points, and I'm done.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Quickly cover that again. Cam, you added.
I added some forest to the south of the cove.
The south of the cove. What? Where? I don't see. Are you drawing? Because I don't see anything. Do you have the right tool on?
Yes, south of Duncan's Cove.
Yep.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, I seem to have a problem with OBS maybe.
Oh.
There we go. I got it. All good. Crisis averted.
Okay. Scott, do you want to go first? Or before me, I mean? Since we're the same number.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm going to start with the valley in between my mountain range here, and in the inch square there, I am going to create a gaseous poison swamp.
Ooh.
So watch out, y'all. Okay, so that is going to be 3 of my 14 points. And then that leaves me with 11. I'm not good at math. And I'm going to spend 2 points shaping land. And I'm going to continue making my forest. Just taking over essentially this whole upper peninsula is just slowly turning into a nice tropical vibe.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
More tropical and poisonous, gassy swamp between the mountains.
You got it. It's
Right
like
then.
turning into like a nice, like beautiful area up there, but very hard to get to.
All right. And then my avatar will continue his journey across the land. He's actually going to walk over to the tallest mountain in the world. And as he walks, similar to the coral, he leaves behind him a series of incredibly sharp and incredibly like vertical mountains. Not even really mountains. Basically, he just leaves behind these like spires of stone that just stick up out of the ground in this path from the coral to the mountain. So that'll be 2 shape lands, and then I'll say that the and then part of the mountain he turns into a black stone, like obsidian. He turns into like some sort of like the material that he's made out of, and then he just kind of walks into the mountain and just turns part of it into that black stone. And then you can't see him anymore. He's gone. He may show up sometime in the future.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So
That was 9 points, leaving me with 5.
Black obsidian spikes and then makes part of the tallest mountain black as well, or what have you.
Yeah.
All right, then.
And that's my turn. So that's, I believe that is this round. So with that round over, does anybody want to vote to move on to the next era?
No.
Okay. I vote yes.
I vote no.
Okay.
So that'll be-
Overruled.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'll say I'm getting there. I think pretty soon I'll want to move on.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let me move that token up. Round 7.
If we had, is it 5 or fewer points or 4 or fewer points? We get the plus
5
3.
or fewer.
All right.
And yeah, and if you don't hit it one time, you guys start to build back up to 3.
Yeah.
And you can't get more than
Correct.
3.
Yeah, so I just got 1 extra because I had only, yeah.
All right. So Cam is going to go first, followed by me, and then Scott, and then Duncan.
Let's see. I am going to. How do you create a city?
You'd have to have a sect within the race. I get it automatically because I created the race. Otherwise, you'd have to have an avatar present.
Understood. I am going to. I don't know that I want to undo what Gabe did because I think it's cool. Shit. You know what? I'm just gonna save my points.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Big horde of points within the tallest mountain.
Oh, and then it's me. I'm next. So I'm going to spend 12 of my points to create a sub-race of the Perry. Some of the Perry wandered over to that part of land where it's all dead and dark, and there's a giant hole in the ground. And they came back a little weird. Their fur is darker, and their bills, they're like, platypus bills, are almost, they seem like they're made out of that black stone. And they are, I don't know, just maybe like a little bit more aggressive and bestial, but still civilized.
Ooh.
And they are called the Paranox.
Ooh, I like it.
Okay.
Feral Perry.
So that leaves me with 4 points, and that is my turn.
Oh, I don't have another duck thing to put there. You're sure they're like platypus?
Just put like angry eyebrows on the ducks that you have.
So next up is Scott.
Okay, so I'm going to use.
Sorry. You place them where? They're hanging out where?
They're hanging out. They're like, let's say, just on the edge of the corrupted area.
The corrupted land. So they're kind of to the north of the mesa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna hop in here, and I'm gonna do 4 shape climates. Just essentially, because I had those forest areas that I put in last turn, I'm going to make them tropical, and then below them, so I'm doing kind of a cube here, which essentially is going to round out my peninsula being all tropical around it with a little bit of forest and tropical kind of edging up to the marsh there for 8 points, and I'm just going to retain 4, and that will be my turn. Oh, and the avatar is kind of sitting in the water and meditating, and just as like the tropical rains come through, like those really quick hard rains, you can just see the rain come down and spatter off of its humanoid shoulders, but it remains invisible.
So you've just changed the land around your trees, basically. Is that what you?
And under the trees, yeah.
Under the trees, yeah. Okay.
I'm just trying to make essentially around my little bay cove here. It's all tropical and all forested as tropical forest.
Okay.
Cool.
I think I got it.
Then Duncan.
Okay,
Duncan's next.
so I will use all 8 of my points to command the race of Perry to create a city. It will be towards the top of the mountain, cut into the mountain below the mesa, kind of like overseeing the the stream and the valley and the cove. There they will create a nice little I don't know, kind of like like those adobe kind of clay houses that are in like New Mexico and stuff. That kind of things like cut into the mountain, where they will speak of the legends of the giant that walked across the sea to create the obsidian corals and stuff, and they will call this city Paris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dunk creates Paris, spelled with an E.
Yep.
Petty.
Okay, you said that's on top of the mesa?
It's cut into the mountain, like at the top of the mountain, but not on top of the mountain.
Okay. All right.
Have fun with that, Freeman.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Freeman.
The sun hits it at an angle of 48 degrees during the evenings, and I want that lighting on the map.
4:20 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's the end of that round. So, does anybody want to go to the next era? I vote yes.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Okay.
I'm making me the hipster, huh?
So we're gonna revert back to round 1 and go to the next.
I'd also like to
age.
take a quick break.
Yeah, I was.
Oh
also
yeah,
gonna
no,
ask
for
if we
sure.
could.
Yeah. So this was the Age of Land, as I don't know, it's called that in the book. Well, that's what I've called it.
Yeah, Age of Land. Sure.
Age of Land, and then there's the Age of Races, I think, is next.
Yes.
So we will take a quick 5 minutes and
Cool.
come right on back for more juicy building.
All right. See you in a bit.
All right.
And we're back. So we're moving into the second age, the age of races. And the main difference here is that so most of the point costs for everything have gone down, with a few exceptions. So like races are a lot easier to make. They're only 6 points instead of 22 points. Sub races are 4 points instead of 12 points. Shape land and shape climate have gone up a little bit. So shape land is 5 points instead of 3. Climate is 4 points instead of 2. But this is the era where we're gonna start making a lot of races, start making a lot of civilizations, and do stuff with those. So again, this is going to go for 5 rounds, and then after 5 rounds, we can decide if we want to move on again, or if we want to stick here and do more stuff.
All right. I've shared some screens with you all. Zooming in here on the Mesa for the viewers. Hope I did okay.
That's pretty cool.
Honestly, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that's great.
Sometimes it's a little bit hard to find the right asset in Inkarnate because I'm not used to searching for it. And I've barely used this thing, but it is kind of fun.
I wouldn't say I'm very impressed, but I'm pretty impressed.
No, from now on, the list of Parises goes this Paris, then Texas, then France.
Oh yeah, I gotta write the city name over there, don't I? I think
Oh Jesus!
Just take care of that real quick. I'll send it back to the Foundry view, and continue on your way there.
Freeman, just picking a little bit of nits here. You are missing a little bit of humid tropical area in the southeastern of my forest there.
Right above the mountains?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see it there. I will do what I can.
Merci.
Okay.
Scott
so everybody
doing his
roll
best to fight
2d6.
deforestation.
Everybody roll 2d6 and then add in your previous value and or 3 points or whatever you have. Holy crap, Cam.
I saved 18 from last round.
That's a lot of lot of points.
Yeah.
All right. Cam's gonna go first, and then Scott and Duncan can duke it out, and then me with an 11 at the end.
No longer the tallest mountain. I am now Cam.
Sorry.
Good. I appreciate y'all playing along with the bit as it was. So
It lasted 3,000 years.
So first things first. From the forests come a race of spider people.
Oh boy.
And so that's going to be create race for 6 spider people. And I'm going to write...
Spiders.
What?
Nothing, go ahead.
Which forest are they coming out of?
They're coming out of the forest to the south of the mountain.
Okay.
And I'm going to advance them to be... I'm sorry?
The tallest mountain?
Yeah, the tallest mountain, of course. And I'm going to advance civilization to make them experts in textiles.
Oh, okay.
Because silk, yeah. And then
Sure.
from the place where Gabe's avatar touched the mountain and there's the black stone, burst forth these ant creatures covered in that same obsidian structure, and I'm going to advance their civilization to be warfare.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you're creating 2 races.
Yeah.
One of them's textile. One of them's warfare.
Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
And that is 22 of my frankly ludicrous 28.
Yes.
So I have 6 points left. And I'm going to go ahead and do... Okay, so I can create cities for these now, correct?
I think you command the race, I think, to create a city. I think.
Okay. Command race.
Don't really have options for ants. I could do you a cockroach if you want, or a scarab.
Sure. I'll take a scarab.
Scarab.
Go Necron theme. I will command the race to begin building a city for. I'm going to command the ants to begin building a city for the spiders.
Oh, interesting.
And by ants, you mean scarabs.
Yeah, whatever. They call themselves ants.
Okay, you're going to command them to build a city.
Yep.
And where's the city going?
It is going to be at the southeast corner of the mountain.
Okay, right on the obsidian.
Yep.
What kind? I have a couple options for cities. Are you picky about what it looks like?
I'd prefer something more stone-like.
Okay. Let's see what I can do.
So the spiders make massive strands across the trees and use the trees as looms to create these textiles. And the ants are experts in warfare, and they're going to get into some other stuff later. But that's it for now.
Cool. So after Cam is going to be Duncan and Scott. You two can decide.
I actually
Who's going
forgot
first?
to add my my low point bonus onto that, so I should have a 14 instead of a 12.
Okay, then Duncan is next.
Okay. Now, wow, there's a lot more living things on this land than there were the last time that the Perry were looking around. Let's just check our point total here. So I would like to create a subrace of Perry people that had moved. They took their boats along the southern shore of our island to that little oasis that I had made on the westernmost island before. They shall be. What shall they be?
What shall they be indeed, Duncan?
I think they shall be a tree-going people that are also kind of they're more kind of like more militant, more. I'm thinking platypuses throwing coconuts is what I'm thinking.
Because it does matter. I would like both of them to be +1 good for the ants.
Oh, they're good. Okay.
Oh, actually, I didn't look at what do they have to? Does the subrace have to be the same?
Because dark elves are specifically brought up as like subraces of elves that are not good, traditionally speaking.
So yeah, subraces don't have to be the same quote unquote alignment as the regular race.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have some monkey platypuses throwing coconuts on an island, and they will be neutral. Give me some time on the name for them.
Okay,
but it's coming.
That's the Western Island.
The westernmost island, yes. Okay. If you can have monkeys with duckbills cajoling about, you got that kicking around there, Freeman?
Man, I'm like, just you wait. Just you wait.
So is that a new race or is that a sub race?
That's a subrace of Perrys.
Then not that this is necessarily like a rules-based limitation or whatever, but I'm just curious, how did they get all the way over there from? Oh, I guess they have boats.
They took a boat
Never
along
mind.
the southernmost. That was
Yeah, they got boats out the wazoo.
Yeah, and the wazoo wind took them west, and there they shall be commanded to build a treetop city, much like those levels in Donkey Kong.
Okay.
And that will leave me with 6 points. You know what? I'm going to... What can I do pretty easily here?
More forest?
Nah. You know what? I'll just stick with... No, I need that bonus. I'm going to advance my city. They will use the mesa to start rudimentary flight.
Oh.
Like hang gliders?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
that's
your
my turn. Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Scott is next.
So the Avatar sinks beneath the waves, lapping into this large bay here, and then rises above. But the form has changed from kind of a humanoid. What looks, and it is still invisible, like it's coming out of the water, looks like almost like a rising mountain, a spire wide, and then it kind of shapes back down. And then you see lots of legs and arms underneath it. And the shape that you would kind of think of is that of a hermit crab, but gigantic. And it creates a race of hermit crabs with in its image. And so they exist at the very end of this peninsula, just below the forest between the mountains. And I also would like to advance them at the same time. So I'm going to spend a total of 12 points here, and they have magic.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my.
So hermit crabs, kind of pointy shells, magic, and that's my turn with 2 points left over.
If I can just jump in real quickly, the sub race I just made are called the Chimperry.
Oh my god.
Mine are called the Skatandi and the Formic, respectively, from the Spiders and the Ants.
I am so behind right now. It's crazy. I might have to pause the game for a sec and sort out some details. This is you had a city in the trees, you said?
Yeah, little city in the trees.
God.
Like
Freeman,
Donkey
how do you
Kong,
not
I
have this
believe,
done
was
already?
Yeah,
How do you not have
like
this done
Donkey
already?
Kong.
Screw you, Cam. Okay, I'm gonna just plug this building into the trees. Also, I can't find anything for flying stuff. Like literally nothing, which seems kind of strange. I can't find kites, planes, wings, nothing. So that's kind of. Let me just try.
Doesn't
Theater
usually
of
show
the
up on
mind.
a map, I guess.
Yeah, theater of the mind on that one, I guess. Send me the spellings of your races, please. And Scott, I can't find any crabs either. There's literally no crabs. Is there a lobster?
Any crustacean?
I found a lobster.
That's fine. Not accurate, but fine.
Race along the by your avatar, all in the water there. Is that what it was?
Yeah, just to the east of the water.
In the trees.
Just south of the trees.
South of the trees. Okay, I guess
Between trees and mountain.
I don't see where you've drawn it, but
I will draw it now. I have not.
okay. Yeah. Oh, keep drawing these things for me. I'm getting lost on locations and stuff. Yeah, lobster people. This is ridiculous. This is just getting harder and harder to figure out.
Okay, I drew them there. Hopefully you can see that.
The purple there. Yeah. Okay, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So Freeman, do you need some more time, or
I think I
good.
got it. I still haven't found a thing for flying, but I've got. What was the last thing you did, Cam? You named your creatures, but you built the stone city.
Sent you the names, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just send me the names. I think I'm good.
okay? So Scott, were you done with your turn?
I am.
Okay. So on my turn, I've got 11 points. First, the Parinox. I'm going to command them to build a city inside the giant bottomless pit.
Oh,
Basically,
gosh.
they like dig down into the walls of the pit and build a city along, like a vertical city in that shaft. Who knows how far down it
Corrupted
goes?
Mesa.
Cool.
And the city is called Paranoxburg.
Oh.
And then I'm going to spend 6 points and create a race. I create a race over on the island, the two islands that are up to in the northeast. Out from somewhere in there emerge a race of eyeball people. They are like, I don't know, 4 or 5 foot tall eyeballs. So a little over a meter for you people who don't use freedom units. They're giant eyeballs with like red tentacles that come off their backs that they use as like all-purpose limbs. And they are called the Holden.
I don't like that.
Sorry, did you say if they had an alignment?
I did not. Can you automatically give them an alignment?
I like
Yeah,
the
you can start either neutral, aligned
Races-
1 good,
oh.
or -1 evil.
I'm going to say seems pretty obvious. They're going to start off 1 evil.
Why are eyeballs evil?
I don't know, because they're
You said it was
eyeballs.
obvious.
I thought it was. Okay, maybe it's not. And then I guess I don't know if I said it before, but the Paranox are 1 evil as well.
Okay.
And actually, no. I take back the eyeball thing. They're neutral.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe people
Can't judge a
assume
book
that
by
they're
its
evil
cover.
because they're eyeballs.
Yeah.
They're gross looking. So that was 10 points that I spent, leaving me with 1.
If I could just hop back in here for 1 moment. I did not align my creatures, and the crab people will be neutral, and they are called the Crundle.
What round are we on, by the way? I lost track of that.
I think that was round 1.
Oh, it was still round 1? Holy shit.
That was round 1 of the city. Oh yeah, the Age of Race.
Because we're getting to play with all these new
Getting
toys.
some real, getting to the meat of it. This is cool. I love this so much.
All right. So yeah, whenever you all are ready, roll 2d6 and add the relevant numbers.
Scott, please send me the spelling of your race, your people, and Gabe, yours as well in the city.
Yes,
Where do you
I put
want
them
it?
in the Dawn of Worlds
they're the
chat.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so this round I'm going to go first with 14, followed by Scott, and then Cam and Duncan both with 9. You two can duke it out. So on this turn, I am going to create an avatar, which is 7 points. So from the... Actually, sorry, before I create an avatar, I'm going to command the Holden to create a city. So there's now a city of eyeballs. So that's 4 points.
Is that
So
within
after
the...
all this, I'm
oh,
gonna
sorry.
have
Is that within the
3
pit
points.
or no?
No, sorry. The Holden are on the island. I'm sorry, I didn't draw them.
Okay. There's the city. There's a city in the pit,
Islands.
though, right?
There is a city in the pit, yeah. And
who's
that
the-
is Paranox.
That's the Paranox. Okay. So the eyeball people are on the island, the small islands there.
Yes. So they're mainly the larger of the 2 islands. Maybe I'll create a sub race on the smaller of the 2. So the eyeball people create a city, and then from that city comes a paragon of their race, which is what the avatar is. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a deity, but a hero of the Paranox emerges. Not the Paranox. I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself. The hero of the Holden comes out, and his name is Beholden.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
And that is so that leaves me with 3 points. So that is my turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
I guess I didn't give the Black Stone avatar a name. I guess he doesn't have a name. I'm gonna redo this eyeball. It wasn't drawing right.
Who's next?
Oh, sorry. That was me. So Scott is next.
Okay, and so I'm going to spend 10 points, and there's a catastrophe.
Oh,
But it befalls the Crundle, my own people. And
Okay.
what happens is there is a meteor shower. And they're all looking up to the sky, thinking that this is going to be some sort of boon for them. They're looking up and thinking, wow, what a magical event from our avatar, our creator, our god. But no, these lights come raining down in balls of fire and wipe out about half of the civilization, just destroys them. And then once that is completed, the Avatar, seeing the destruction of his people, I'm going to command the Avatar to move to the south to where the obsidian, and now let me know if this is too much for one command Avatar, but where those obsidian smaller mountains are, I would like the Avatar to go and begin mining with his huge claws, mining pieces of stone from that.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And that's my turn for 11
your
points.
Avatar, meteor shower on the Crundle people, and then the Avatar leaves the water and goes to mine on the opposite side of the dark rocks is like the Formic people and like the scarabs and the spiders.
Yeah, the rocks that are spiky between the world's largest mountain and the shore.
So I just I just want to make sure, just being clear, because you're coming in. I assume you're coming in from the northern side and not like necessarily interacting with the people on the other side of the mountain. Okay.
And he is invisible, so if those people are in the area, they are just seeing these spires of obsidian just crack and split and fall over, and big like shatters of obsidian just shooting out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a name? Do we have a name for all the avatars? And we have the Beholden we got from Gabe here.
Yeah, Beholden, and then I think just the let's just say Obsidian is the name of the
other one. Yeah, okay.
The first one.
Your original. And where is Obsidian now?
He like merged into part of the mountain and is gone.
Okay.
And there's no name for my Avatar.
No name, invisible. Good work, Scott. I've just been moving around a starfish as a representation of your...
It works. Whatever works.
Why are you hating from outside the club, Freeman? You can't even get in.
All right, so we have 3 avatars, right? Okay, cool. I think I've got this. I
shit, I didn't give you a name for my avatar.
James Cameron beat already.
I forgot about your avatar. Still at the top of the mountain, and I have like I've used an Iron Maiden. that's the option here.
Can I do a slight recon? I want to say that instead of the horse... No, wait. I'm sticking with the horse head. I'm not going to walk it back. But its name is Iron Stallion.
That works.
Name.
Iron Stallion.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Sorry. God damn it. I have a name.
Come on, use your words.
The tallest mount.
It's the tallest mount.
The tallest mountain.
Oh, that's so good.
Duncan, you son of a bitch.
Duncan. Yeah. I think that was Duncan.
Oh, that was good.
Typical.
Oh, that's classic. Okay, sorted. And sorry, did the Crundle people die, or were they just devastated?
Of them.
No, like a lot of them did.
Okay, I've made the command decision that there are many rare rocks now in that area from the incredible meteor shower.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. So that was Scott, Cam, and Duncan can... Or no, was that Scott's turn that just finished?
Yeah, it's Dunk right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The Perry people upon their perch peer about and see some, there's a lot going on. So I would like to create an order within that race around Paris. From sea and from air, they would like to have a class of kind of defenders. They're not looking to lead any kind of conquest, but this area like around Paris, that they'd probably be fishing in this little bay. They'd probably be looking out for the frankly fucking threatening looking sorry, what was the name of them up there? The
Paranox?
Paranox people. Yeah, they're threatening looking. Anyways, yeah, so they're gonna have a bunch of, we'll call them privateers, is the order that I shall create for 6 points. That will leave me with 3, and I shall end my turn.
Okay, so sorry, you created an order called the Privateers, and they're focused more on flying and.
I like with the technology they developed by sea and air, just defending their territory, maybe strapping explosives to whatever they've got.
Okay.
All right, Cam is next.
With the mining of the obsidian happening with this avatar, I'm going to create a sub-race of the Formic, the ant people. And with the... Sorry. I'm so sorry, boss. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I don't have ants. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, no,
I want them to be ants too. Just going to be misrepresented here.
There will be... God damn it. I'm trying to recover. Hang on. Why is this so funny?
Get it together.
Okay. With the avatar mining away vast swaths of obsidian, the Formic subrace divides and are able to gain access to granite. And I'm going to create a subrace of the Formic that are going, and I'm going to advance them, and they're going to be advanced at architecture. And so they're going to access the granite from the mountain to begin to build amazing structures and houses for all the people here so that everyone can have their own domicile and wonderful like kitchens and everything else.
Okay. Again, cool. Are you drawing any of these as you can or deleting? Because I feel like the map hasn't changed much at all, which is not making it
I don't know how to... I can draw a little ant for you if you want. Here you go.
Anything helps. We have a visual medium here too, so the viewers... I mean, I'm sure they're probably laughing at my scrunched face going, oh God, what am I doing? But give them some more. Okay, so subrace Formic people, and they've taken away some of the Obsidian Mountains?
Because Scott came over here and robbed me blind.
Yeah.
Of both intellectual and creativity. No, I'm just kidding. I actually really like what Scott's going on, and if there was anywhere on this island I had to live, it'd be Scott's place. But right now,
yeah, right now.
Despite the hurdles that they're going through, here's my little ant people. And yeah, I'm gonna it's gonna get weird here in a little bit longer, but that is all 9 of my points. So that is it.
Where
for
are
me
your
for now.
houses? Just where the ant people
right,
are?
They're where the ant people are. If you want, I can start drawing them though. For Freeman, here we go. Bop, 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 bop.
Oh yeah, yep. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Yep.
So they're a little bit on the subraces on the far side of the mountains now, for the obsidian.
Well, they were building the houses for everyone, I believe, including your spider people, if I'm correct, or just the ants.
Oh, I can't hear you, Cam. Anyone else lose Cam?
Yes.
Sorry, the Formic subrace is also going to be good. I will get you a name in a second.
Okay. All right. I think I got it. It's getting crowded. No idea what's going on.
I'm excited for this next round.
Anyone next?
Okay. No, that's the end of the round. So everybody roll 2d6
Round 3.
and add the relevant numbers. Okay, so that was looks like I'm going first with a 15, then Duncan with 13, Scott with 12, and Cam with 6. So on my turn, I'm going to advance my civilization of the Holden, and they are going to become unmatched in the field of communication. They have some method of communicating with everybody, or everybody who does not actively want to refuse communication. So that's them. I'm also going to advance the civilization of... How many points is that? That's 5 points. I'm also going to advance the civilization of the Paranox to become masters of art. So they're these like kind of savages that are building their home into this bottomless pit. However, their homes are beautiful. They're carved out of this obsidian that makes up the walls of the pit, and anyone who found themselves down there would just be amazed at how beautiful all of the carvings and everything are. That leaves me with 5 points. So I'm going to go ahead and make a sub race of the Holden on the other mountain, or not the other mountain, on the other island, the island to the south of them. There is another race of beings, but they're instead of the being giant eyeballs that have like tentacles that come off as all-purpose pseudopods, these ones, the eye sort of inverted a little bit and basically turned into giant ears. So there's big eyeball people and then another island of ear people.
Yucky.
And they are called the Eldon.
Okay. So ear eyeball people.
Yes, that leaves me with 1 point, and that is my turn.
I don't have any ears. Surprising nobody.
Then how do you hear?
I could do you a heart.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that instead. They turned into giant hearts. If that's easier for you, I'll take it. I didn't know what I was going to be doing with
It's also
giant
kind of
ear
macabre,
people.
so I love it.
Okay.
I heart
and
people.
yeah, they've got basically what would have been like the arteries and such coming off the heart are their limbs.
Okay. Oof. Vicious.
Okay.
That is my turn.
So I think that's me. And in a sinister flash of cholesterol, I'm thinking of corrupting those heart people.
Nice.
You can do that.
In fact, yes. The arteries constrict slightly. The valves, they leak. Is that what valves do? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to spend a couple.
They shouldn't.
They're going to be kind of evil heart people. They don't have a city yet. It's just them sitting there.
Correct.
Hearts in the breeze. Okay, so they will be nomadic evil hearts, and that's 3 points, leaving me with 10. And the Chimperi on the west shall have an avatar rise from the little like oasis pond in the middle of the island. It shall come forth as neutral as possible, with basically the look and demeanor of Funky Kong.
Oh shoot! There's a pond in the middle of there. I totally missed the pond.
It was like a little oasis thing, but
Yeah.
Okay,
it was poorly drawn.
That's an easy fix.
He can crawl up from the beach and just kind of like
I got
emerge
it.
from the sea,
And what
mojito in
kind
hands.
What kind of avatar? What's he look like?
Big gorilla, just wearing sunglasses.
Okay.
I doubt you'd be able to get one with a floral print shirt on, but that kind of vibe.
Yeah, not so much, I don't think.
And Yeah, from him, like there is just a calming of the both weather and people around. He's chilling out that island.
Okie dokie. Well, best I got is just the same monkey but bigger. That'll do. That'll do. Oh, this is so funny. All right, who's next?
All right, Scott is next.
That'll be me. So I have 12 points, and the first point will be commanding the avatar. And the avatar returns on the top of its shell with all this obsidian, big pieces, small pieces, all sorts, and returns to his people and deposits this obsidian before returning to the water. And so that's 1 point. Second thing is that because of what's happened, they become corrupted. So for 3 points, a civilization becomes a little evil. And then they are going to build a city. So using their magic, they're going to... as part of their corruption, they ditch their shells that they once had.
Damn it, I literally just found crabs.
Ooh.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That works.
Okay.
They will use their magic to make obsidian shells in which they now dwell.
Cool.
And then they're going to finally create their city, but they're going to burrow down into the ground, but at the same time build these big obsidian structures all around these like holes and caves just to kind of protect obsidian walls around them. So that is going to be in this area here, right to the east.
So you're creating so your avatar has basically brought the obsidian back. Is that what happened?
Yep.
And now they've created obsidian caves. Are they clearing the trees to do that, or is it like
no? Well, they were just not. They weren't in the trees. They were in a sandy area.
Okay.
The trees are to the north.
Trees are.
There's sandy area between the trees and the mountains.
Right. Let me just make sure I've got that.
Keeping you on your toes, Freeman.
I'm following you. That's pretty cool.
And then, so that is going to be mine.
All
Okay.
right.
Cam is next.
Cam, what do you got?
Let's see. I have 6 points. I want to spend at least some of them. I'm going to spend all of them, and I'm going to create a race of butterflies.
Oh, no.
There you go.
What?
This is just so
What do you mean, oh, no?
ridiculous. I love it.
Why?
I love it.
And they're going to live around the lake. And they are also good. Because I feel like bugs get consistently portrayed as the evil. And
True.
I don't want that.
It's a true story. Okay. So it was Crundle people, right? I think I spelt it wrong.
Correct, with a K.
All right. Crundle people. Awesome. Need a name for your avatar there, Dunk. And your butterflies are going where, Cam?
To the west of the lake.
West of the lake.
Yeah, just imagine that pretty much all of these insect creatures intermingle. If you want, I could have just made these sub races for all of them. It would have been cheaper, but I didn't. I felt like that was kind of min-maxing, and I was like, maybe not. Yeah. But yeah, they are basically.
So they just appeared to like out of like a field. It seems, right. There's nothing really there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They came from the pollen of the wind. Oh wait, no. Instead of butterflies, bees. Do we have bees?
Oh, I have some butterflies. I don't think I have a bee. Let me just
okay, we'll do
check.
butterflies then.
Or I could do dragonflies.
I have an idea for those later, so we'll do butterfly for now.
Okay. All right. Butterflies. Here we go. Gotcha. Who's next?
I believe that's the end of the round. So everybody roll 2d6 and add the relevant numbers. So how many has that been? 3 rounds?
We're now on round 4 as far as my tracker goes.
Okay.
And my
It is, yeah, we're going into round 4.
Okay. I think Cam still needs to roll. Okay. All right. Scott's going to go first, followed by me, and then Duncan, and then Cam. Or Cam, do you add anything to that?
That should be +2.
+2.
Plus
Okay.
3, so 10.
Okay. Scott, you're first.
Okay. So I rolled 14, and I'm going to create 2 orders. One is going to be essentially, I'm going to create 1 army myself, and then I'm going to command the avatar to speak to the people to raise a second army to defend themselves against foes natural and unnatural. So, Freeman, I'm not exactly sure how you want me to portray said armies, but there's going to be 2 of them in the city, underground city.
Where is the underground city? In your caves?
Yeah, the caves.
Okay. I'm just gonna put a whole bunch more crabs on the map, if that works for you.
Perfect.
And they're just coming out of the caves, and they're hanging out in the trees, and they're just all over the place.
Great.
Any names for said order and name for your city? We need names. Need more names.
The name of the city will be Crackspire with a K.
Okay.
Krack Spire.
Yeah.
And then the armies, they have no name. They're just the Crundle.
Just the army of the Crundle army. Yeah, that's fine.
The Empire of the Crundle.
Yeah, okay. No problem. What was this? You had a subrace name for your hearts there, Gabe?
Oh shoot. They're the Eldon.
The Eldon. Okay, I think you did say that.
I was going to say the Vena Cava. Ventricles.
Okay. Couple of armies over there. Just keep track of that, I guess. And who's next?
All right. Scott, is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
Okay. So next up, I'm going to purify the Holden, so they are now good. That is 3 points. And I'm going to create an order within them. That's another 6 points. So the Holden, led by their avatar, Beholden, have, through their communications with the rest of the world, begun to piece together that this obsidian is evil. And this order is the Order of Ivory, and they are they're dedicated to basically wiping out all of the obsidian from the world. So they can see that no good is coming from it whatsoever.
Oh, sorry, which race is doing that?
The eyeballs, the Holden.
Okay, and it's called what?
So-
The Order of what?
The Order of Ivory.
Ivory. Oh, that is so awesome. I love that so much.
So that's my turn. I only got 3 points left, so I will save that and do something with it next time.
Cool.
So that was me. Next up after me is Duncan.
I'm
Okay.
actually ahead of Duncan if I can do the subrace butterflies instead of
sure,
creator
sure.
race. I have 12 points, and I am going to spend 5 of those points to make the butterflies the best farmers in the world.
Okay.
There you go.
Farms.
And I am going to create an order with 6 more of my points, and I'm going to create an order of the ebony, and the ants believe that the obsidian gives them strength and sharpness to prevail.
Order of the
That's how it's going to
ebony.
be.
And that leaves me with 1 point in the end of my turn.
Okay. Duncan is next.
Okay. How much shit do I want to disturb right now as a pernicious trickster god? Trickster dog. Yeah.
Trickster
That's
dog!
what I am. I would like to create an avatar called the Trickster Dog. No, I would like my avatar. I'd like to command my avatar over here. I just had a name for him. What was it going to be? Perifunctory. There we go. I'll spell that out for you. Perifunctory. Exactly how it sounds.
Exactly how
I
it
was
sounds.
actually close, but I did go with the REE.
So just being a super chill dude, he shall command his city, which is called Treetop Town, to build some chill jungle drums to make some beats with, and then I've decided I'm going to be very shit disturby and command my order to start blasting a hole in the middle of the coral reef so they have a clear shipping lane to the north.
Oh,
My order of privateers shall use their ships and their dive bomby materials to start blasting.
okay. Do I have
Okay.
assets for explosions? That's the question. Search fire.
A similar question that should probably be asked is, do we want to say that needs to be done with shape land, or
I don't even know if it would be effective. Like they might be like have such rudimentary technology that it's stronger than that. I just think start to make the order that has seen itself as defending this city is seeing, how those kind of things get overstepped, where they see, oh well, it would only be defensible to have a clear shipping lane to the north.
sure.
Okay. Really,
so you're not
I just
necessarily getting rid of it, but that's their goal, is to get rid of it.
They have begun what can only be described as an industrial effort to try to get through what seems to be a pretty strong bit of obsidian coral there. Or is it obsidian or is it coral? Is it a different?
I mean, I said it was coral at the beginning, but then everything else pretty much evolved into obsidian, so I'm fine with it being obsidian.
Yeah, I'm fine with them having trouble with it.
I don't think anyone did that specifically so far. But we've also already kind of said that you can get through. That's how your sub race was formed, right? You're already able to travel through. So I'm kind of wondering exactly what you're accomplishing.
Well, I think we were saying before that it was hard to get through. Like, you really had to navigate it, and then now he's saying it's going to be...
Those who did make it, became so very separated. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. It's not... they want to make a clear lane.
Big shipping lanes.
Can only be described as industrialized fuckery.
Yeah. I mean, you did advance your civilization, purposely to do that. So I see no reason why there can't just be like you managed to break a hole through. I think that's totally fine.
Sure. Yeah. I was just asking how we wanted to deal with it. Either option is fine with me.
Yeah, even just shaping land, I think is fine. Or if you command, it was a command race you went for.
Yeah, command order, like the defenders that I had.
The privateers.
Privateers. Yep.
Yeah, sure. I say if you want to go ahead and draw a little lane on there to represent what they've done, I say go for it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna draw a nice little pirate ship going through it.
All right. And then is that your turn, Duncan?
That is my turn. Yes.
All right. Then I think that was the whole round. So everybody go ahead and
okay.
roll once more, adding the relevant numbers.
We are on round 5, last round for the minimum of the age.
Yeah. Last mandatory round.
That's the one I meant. Those are the words. Those are the words that my brain computes. All right. Who's going? What's up? What's the deal?
So I think we're still waiting on Duncan to roll. It looks like Scott is probably going first.
Yeah, sorry, I was drawing a very poor pirate ship.
Looks fine to me.
Yeah, I'm going last.
Okay. You forgot to add.
I gotta do that math. 1 sec.
I think fair to say
I'm
I'll
not
probably be
going first
going with
anyways.
17.
Yes.
So
Let's start with Scott.
So my people now buried beneath the ground, raising armies. They continue to be corrupted with their proximity and living within the obsidian. So I spend 3 of my 17 to further corrupt the civilization. Or actually, I'm going to corrupt the city. So the city is now evil, Crackspire. And then, so that's down to 15 points. And then now someone else already did military as advancing their civilization. Can I do that? Can I do that as well?
Don't know.
I would say each of you should probably choose like a specific type of.
You could be best at war
Military?
magic since you were already magic oriented.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I am seeing war magic is listed in the rules. So like if you're just being more specific, I think that'd be fine.
Well, I'm going to take war magic.
Cool.
So that is going to be 5. So I've used 7 of my 17 points. And then I am going to command order to essentially the armies of my people. I have 2 standing armies right now. After being corrupted and learning more about war magic, they are going to leave the caves and disappear into the sea where the avatar is.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask where the avatar was, out into the sea somewhere.
Yeah, it's still just in that bay, just right beside the city. But they are going to disappear beneath the waves.
Like
as
all
my
of the
last
people or
turn.
just the armies?
The armies.
Okay.
So there's 2 standing armies and then the people, and the 2 standing armies will go.
Okay.
And that will be the end of my turn. And that is going to be... Oh, hold on. I thought that was more points than it was. So I've used 7... Oh, that was just 3. So I actually still have 7 left. Oh, wait. My apologies, guys.
How much does it cost to shape land at this point, or is it still the same?
It's 5.
5. So I've used 8, and then command is 11. So I have 6 left. Shit. What am I going to use for my last couple?
What to do?
Oh my god. What am I
feel
gonna
like
do?
I'm caught up, but I'm sure I'm missing something here. But we'll take a look at it just after this round finishes.
So I corrupted the city, but I'm gonna corrupt the people as well. So the Crundle are at -2 aligned, and the city is -1 aligned, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, making them more and more evil. I don't quite remember how the what the alignment is significant for. Like I know you can shift it, but is there a thing for it, Gabe?
I don't think
It's
there's
meant
anything
for-
specific in this, but if you were going to be using it in your
Yeah.
D&D world, for example,
Oh, sure,
that's
yeah.
just that area or that city or whatever would just be evil.
Right. Did we cover that for those watching? Like, you know, that was one of the purposes of this game was not just to build a world, but like, you know, it was meant to like facilitate one you could use in writing a book or a story or use in your own D&D
Sure,
world or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a good
I think I
point.
mentioned something about that at the beginning because
Okay. I
that's
totally
what I
forgot
used
about
this
that.
for last time I played it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, for our podcast, we had a Patreon game. Like I had for our patrons, I had a game that some of them were able to play this game with me. We made a world together, and then I ran several sessions of a campaign in that world.
So sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. All right, so that was Scott. So on my turn, I'm going to command a race twice and then advance a city. So what I'm going to do is the Holden, having realized that this encroaching obsidian is this corrupting force, they travel across the waters and create a city on the edge of the ocean near the mountain range and the poison swamp. They create a city, and then they're going to create an army within that city. And I'm going to advance that city so that they are very, very defensive. They are masters of fortifications, fortifying their city.
Cool.
And the
Beholden
town is
now have
called.
a city.
Yes.
What does it kind of look like? What do the eyeball people kind of give me a general?
So it's a big circle.
Okay.
It's a big circle, and there's a big tower in the middle. So if you were looking at it from above, it would look like a big eyeball.
Okay.
And the city is called the City of Vision. And I have, I think, 2 points left. I have 14 points. I have 2 points left over. I'm going to spend one of those points to command my avatar to, he basically is going to, this giant eyeball, this giant hero eyeball is basically going to plop himself right on top of that tower. And his dedicated job is going to be just observing everything in the lands, watching for the encroachment of the obsidian.
So it's like the Eye of Sauron, but the Eye of Ivory.
Kind of. I'm Sauron, but good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's
I
my
mean,
turn. I'm left
Sauron
with 1
was
point.
good at one
Sorry,
time
big circular
too,
city with
so-
a tower, and the avatar is at the top of the tower, just like Sauron.
Yep, this eyeball is just plopped right at the top.
Is Holden good though? I thought they were neutral.
I made them good last round when I made the Order of the Ivory.
Just a couple good guys against each other. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, so that was my turn. Next up is, I believe, it's either Cam or Duncan. Duncan, what did you have with your points added in? 9 total.
I had
So
9
Duncan is
total,
next.
yeah. Okay, so I believe I am going to Sorry. I had a plan here, but
There's always a plan, but then
Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
It's always a wrench in the spokes.
Joke's
Honestly,
on you. My
I
plan
should've had
is to get punched in the mouth.
I should have had a piece of paper in front of me to do the quick math and to remember what I was trying to do. That's the move.
Yeah, lesson learned there.
yeah, that's all right. I'm going to command. I'm going to raise an army at Paris. We'll call it the French Foreign Legion. No. I'm not going to name it. It's just the Paris Army. But so that will be a command city for 4 points, leaving me with 5, and I will end my turn there.
Okay, Cam is next.
Let's see. I think that the order of I am going to issue a command to the Order of the Ebony to retrieve the ebony that has been stolen from us by the Crundle.
Oh.
So.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Wait a second. It took me a sec to register.
And maybe the Holden misconstrue this aggression in a different way, but Dunk, real quick, how would you summarize what you did last turn, just so I can keep these notes? I miss writing it down.
Last turn, I raised an army at Paris.
Raised army.
Stormed a Bastille.
Cam issues order to retrieve obsidian. Okay. Yeah, so that is I command order the Order of the Ebony to retrieve the ebony that has been stolen from our lands by the Crundle. And
Sorry, just to be clear, it's obsidian, not ebony. But
the Order of the Ebony is retrieving the obsidian.
oh yeah.
Okay. So that is 3 of my 8 points, and it's 5 or under. You get to keep rolling with the Ebony. Okay. Then that is my turn.
Okay, so the Order of the Ebony has marched over the obsidian.
Over to the Crundle.
Okay,
that's where they're heading.
How
did they go through the poison swamp?
Yeah, there's a poison swamp there.
I mean, there's mountains too. Like, I can go over the mountains.
Sure.
Does it matter how long things like that take or anything that we know of?
It's 100 years, I think, at this point.
There's 100 years.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for these ants to
get
over there and start rooting around to figure out who's been stealing.
In my mind,
can't argue with that.
In my mind, not to throw a wrench in your plans here, but like this mountain pass is like supposed to be like impenetrable unless you're gonna like do some sort of action to get through it, or you're forced to go through. It's kind of like you gotta choose if you're gonna like really commit to getting through the mountains or over the mountains, or taking the punishment of going through the poisonous
Scott, can I throw this back to you?
Yes.
These are people that came from the biggest mountain in the world.
Yeah. Hey. You can.
Got him.
I mean, you could say that for sure. I'm tossing it out there that like I don't want to.
I'm saying that they have 100 years to traverse this and get over the mountains.
Yeah.
If it was 10 years, then I would agree with you that there needs to be a punishment game of attrition or something else.
Yeah.
But I think that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gabe.
I would say I don't think anybody is intending. I mean, maybe they are. I would say don't take this as you can't do that. Take this as how do they do that? Like, you can narrate a little bit more of.
Okay.
The struggle.
So the ants pushing through over the next 100 years, it becomes they bring their subs, the sub race, the termites along to help with the architecture of digging a fucking hole through the mountains.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
And they literally it is a concentrated effort to push through. They have supply lines. They have, this is unacceptable that they have had for the past 300 years. Their resources, the thing that makes them strong, pilfered from them by some invisible fiend. And they are here to make sure that things are made right.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So that's this round. So we're now at the point.
Did they pilfer through? Did they grind through?
Not the biggest one, that's for fucking sure.
Right, like west or east of the swamp, or further down the line. What do you think, Cam?
I'm gonna go west of the swamp. I think probably right here. Like there's a big part of me that wants to send him through the tallest one that Scott drew, even though I don't think that he was like counting squares or anything. But also the fact that it would take him right by the Holden and a bunch of obsidian covered ants running by would be pretty. You know what? They are gonna go through here.
They're gonna go through the eastern one.
Yep.
Okay.
Because they don't know where the people are on the other side, because these are like massive swaths of land. So they're just going to see the poison, and they end up going to the right because they came from the east side.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
So that's the end of that round. So now we're at the point where we can see if anybody wants to vote to go to the next phase.
I vote go
does
to the next
anybody want-
phase. Yes.
Sorry, what was that?
I vote no.
I go to the next phase.
I vote yes.
I vote yes.
Okay,
Oh, we're
that's
going
three
to the next
yeses.
phase.
Okay.
Outvoted.
Because I feel like we're getting to the point where all the things that we want to do are like very intricate short-term stuff rather than like the 100-year spanning stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah, 100-year walk across the mountains right now. No,
All right,
I'm
well-
running across those mountains. Running up the tallest mountain in the land.
Keep
Kicking
running
some
up that
scarab
hill.
ass.
Okay, so we'll take another break then, and we'll take another look at the map I've done so far, see how it looks.
Sounds good.
Maybe a little bit longer look this time, and then hopefully we can catch a couple of things I might have missed, even just if it's just names. But yeah, let's take a quick 5-minute, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Nice.
And we are back with the third age, the age of relations.
Woo, yeah.
I'm not crazy about
we're
that
missing
title, but
Cam.
that's what it is.
Summer of love, baby.
Oh, there they are. Age of relations. Very
You're
good.
gonna have relations with your dad.
What?
You heard me.
My dad's dead.
That won't stop me. God
Oh
damn.
boy. Okay. This is live. This is live.
This is not
Age
live.
of
We can cut this.
necrophilia relations.
Okay, let's not double down.
Wait, you don't want to run this bit into the ground?
Freeman, there is one mistake on that I'm noticing on the map that you drew.
Okay, yeah, let me just pull it up for the old viewers here real quick.
Sure.
Here's the updated map. It's been a long time since we looked at it. It's a lot of things. What do we need to change?
The tower that has the big Eye of Sauron at the
Yeah.
top isn't on the island. It's on the edge of the mainland.
Oh, it is. Oh, shoot. Okay.
And
is it that red spot there that you put?
Yeah.
Next
Sorry.
to the mountain.
The other
Also-
thing that looks like an eyeball was already
I was
there.
slightly confused as to when Cam was like, "Oh, I don't want to go right by the people," and I was like, "Well, you're not. They're on the island."
Right.
I do think that I should spend my 5 points to alter the land and to do the building project that I'm trying to do. I think that's more reasonable. If I'm gonna fuck with Scott, I'm gonna fuck with him by the rules.
What do you mean for the mountain? You mean when you get through the mountain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just depends. I think it depends how you want to do it. Like if you want as a god to open that path for your people, then you spend it as moving the land.
No, as a god, I don't. I'm telling them to go recover the obsidian, and I think that's how they would do it. So whatever you think feels right, because
I don't think you need to spend the points because you're not shaping the land. You're just creating a tunnel for your
you're
people.
just commanding
It's more
them.
of a story thing than
Yeah. So I think
like
it would
a
just be
world
part
war
of
thing.
you spend the money to command them, or the points to command them, and then that would be part of the command.
sure.
All right, so I've moved the sort of circular. It's not really a city. It looks like a mushroom top or something. I didn't have much to work with on the tower and the eye to the land. Was there? Did the people move too?
So some of the order of the ivory
The order of
went
the ivory.
there. I don't know if I made that part clear.
You probably did. I was just busy. But I will move the order of ivory over and a couple of the creepy eyeballs that I have on the island over.
Okay.
I've named the mountain that Cam has gone through the Holy Mountain. To use my creative liberties on that one. And I think we should have a name for the mountain range, the original mountain range. Any thoughts on that?
Barnes teeth.
Works for me, I guess.
I will. That's it. That's as long as no one is strictly
Sorry.
opposed.
There's got to be something better than that. Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be the biggest text on the screen too. It's gonna outdo the tallest mountain.
Oh no. What a
Freeman is
barrage.
really taking it so he can have his own little part here.
Give me something. Is there anything else missing? Did I manage to cover most of it? I managed to update the hole in the ground for the Paranox, and I just threw a little tower in to indicate there's a city there.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
There is a sort of bird flying over the city of Paris now, and it's kind of hard to see. And we have the privateers in two factions because I feel like you said that it was like there's air and sea, so I've got the Air Force and the Navy going. What else did I do?
Man, I must have missed when Schmetterkin came into here.
Yeah, I
came
messaged
into
Cam
the
separately. That's the butterflies. It's like, what's the name? Schmetterkin for the butterfly people and the farms.
That's pretty impressive.
I put some of those rocks on the ground for the rare rocks around the Crundle people. And
Yeah, no, this looks fantastic.
cool. I've just tried to move the armies around a little bit as they are named or not named even, but I think we're looking pretty good. Now, what does the next round sort of encompass, Gabe? Like, is it going to be much more map making for me, do you think?
Probably not that much more. I mean, this is mostly the age of like armies fighting and like international, like civilization interactions.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more about like I guess like looking at what's the cheapest. It's the cheapest to like command a city or command a race to do something.
Right.
So this is more about like the actual within the few years, the last few years of the setup. This is like the different races are getting ready to do stuff that's going to set up whatever the campaign is that you're running.
Right, because I think in this age, each turn is like 5 years, as opposed
they
to
say like a few years, and then you can adjust it to be more specific if you want to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, again, when there was the first age was like what 1,000 years at a time, or something crazy like that.
500 years.
500 years at a time. Okay. All right, cool. So obviously, if things get destroyed via war and stuff, I'll maybe have to change a couple things. So I'm mostly going to try to keep this map intact.
Maybe.
So what I'm going to do actually for this round as much as I can is I'm just going to try and fill out some detail on the more blank spaces with like cliffs and stuff, and then just at me when when someone moves or if a city gets raised or something like that, and then we'll see from there. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Hell yeah, brother.
Take it away there, friends.
All right, so we should probably figure out what order we're going in. So everybody go ahead and roll 2d6 and add the relevant numbers.
Ooh, this is
Damn,
spicy.
Dunk.
Oh dang!
This is spicy.
I'm coming
Dunk
in,
real spicy
So-
up in this bitch.
making
Duncan
Duncan goes on a
relations.
20. All the rest of us go on a 12.
Yeah, I think what I meant
Amazing.
was a spicy between Cam and
think we-
myself.
Yeah, well, and Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to say?
Oh, yeah, and Gabe.
we
I
can
think
go in
Dunk,
order of the
Scott,
modifiers.
Cam. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Gabe. You great minds.
Sure.
Idiots
it'll
seldom
go,
differ.
Duncan, Scott, Cam, and then me.
Okay. I think it's time that there be a catastrophe.
Oh, we are overdue a
baby.
bit.
An earthquake is going to ravage the southeast of our island here, and it is going to crumble very, I don't know, what do you call them, banlieues of Paris, and it's going to rattle the hole in the ground with a city in it.
That's French
Okay.
listeners.
Yep. Hole in the ground with a city in it is the most French thing I've ever said.
It's the most apt description of Paris I've ever heard.
Okay,
sorry.
so what exactly happened?
Earthquake is where? South of Paris?
South of Paris.
Has 1
just
inch.
in between Paris and sorry, what's
So-
the other?
Well, in the rules,
Paradoxville?
it does on the
Paradoxburg.
map of or on the list of actions. It does say 1 inch per catastrophe.
really?
Okay.
I feel like that's really small. I feel like it should be a little bit more. I mean, not necessarily that you can do whatever you want with a catastrophe, but I think that considering it's one of the most expensive things you can do. I'm fine with it being less strict about what exactly it does.
Right.
But if you guys feel differently, then that's we can
No,
stick with
I
what it
agree
says in the
because
rules,
it's the most expensive thing you can do, like throughout all the ages at all times. Like
It's
as for
always
1
10.
inch, it is always 10. And I think the only thing that's higher is like create race at Age of Land and then Age of Relations.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want an earthquake south of Paris. What do you think the
North
effects
of
are going to
Paris.
be? North of Paris.
It's going to knock the good alignment right the fuck out of the Parisians, that's for sure. It's going to crumble some of their mountaintop dwellings. Some people are going to die. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
How do you feel about a piece of the land breaking off of this this continent that we have?
Oh, love it. Yeah.
Can you draw me what piece of where you think the land cracks, and I'll try to mock it up.
How about
map here.
in an absolute devastating blow to the Perry people? around this area, like their little cove that they had started life in, and held so sacred, it's going to crack that kind of area, the northern area of that cove off, and
Okay,
just
so some of
be
the
kind of
some of the
like
caves probably along there collapse.
Yep.
And okay, let me see if I can just crack some of that off.
Yeah, it'll be called the Kit Kat Coast. No, it won't. That's dumb, but it was a good joke. No, it wasn't. That's dumb.
You
Break
get him,
me off
Dunk.
a
You
piece of
get
that.
him, Dunk.
All right. So I'm going to say that effectively created like a small sort of inner bay island or archipelago, but like with devastating, like a lot of the land just sunk into the water and the caves collapsed. That's probably lost a lot of your people. Like, I would it be right to assume that a lot of the Perry people still lived in those caves?
Oh yeah, for sure. And this is gonna get a little bit darker because from the steaming, twisted caves will come a subrace of mole platypuses.
Mole people.
And they are
Mole
pure
people.
evil. They're soggy mole platypuses. And I
I
have
love
yet to...
all of your animal choices. I have so few of them.
Really went out of our way to make it hell for Freeman.
Yep.
And I have I only just thought of this like right this second, so I don't have a name for them quite yet, but it will be scary as a mole platypus can be. And yeah, I don't know if that had what kind of effects that would have had rattling the you know, if the aftershocks made it up to the Paranox or not, but
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure if
love-
I'll have any points to do anything about it, but this turn at least. But
I mean,
Something-
there's
yeah,
been
something
so
definitely
many
happened.
good ideas, but like if I were to give a hero point or inspiration for something, I think it would be the caves collapse and outruns to save their own lives, like a lost subrace of people. Like I love that so much.
And also for the listeners, they might not realize, but because we're in the third age, Create Subrace went from 12 points in the first age, way down to 4 in the Age of Races, but now it's bumped back up to 10 in relations. So it's expensive.
oh yeah, they're not just popping out of anywhere. You got to have a calamitous earthquake to get your mole platypuses.
The best I could find were rats. So there's,
Yeah, you
that's
know,
what we
you
got.
cross a mole with a platypus, you get a rat.
Usually get a rat. Yeah, I think that's pretty normal. Okay, yeah. Let me know when you have a name for them.
Okay, I'll think about it because that's.
I thought the name you were going with was Scary. You said that, but I guess you meant
You know what?
You meant the
Let's
word
go with
scary.
it. SCERI.
SCERI. God damn it.
there you go.
Love it. Thank you.
All right, that your turn, Duncan.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Scott is next.
Okay, well, the Avatar, seeing incoming forces burrowing into our land, will command or will command or wait, hold on. What is it to make it's create order to raise an army, correct? So I will
I think so. Yeah.
spend. Oh yeah, that's right, because we're in the new. All right, here we go. So the Avatar will create an order, which is another army at Crackspire.
Okay.
Crackspire itself will
I think it's
create
just
another.
command race. Create order is something different.
Yeah, I think you just command a
But
race.
command
to build
race
an
is-
army, yeah.
Apologies. So we'll command race. The city will command race. Therefore, creating 2 new standing armies in Crackspire
shoot.
for 6 points. And then for my last 3 points, so I have 2 standing armies in the ocean. And tell me what points to use for this.
Oh, there was
but they
two in
are
the
going
ocean?
to
Shit. Okay, sorry.
come from the ocean and attack the Chimperry people on the island.
What?
So
you guys-
raising out from the ocean come these crab people in their obsidian shells, magic, just ready to attack.
Okay.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Yeah,
They should
it's
have
going
raised
down.
an army.
All right. So
All
they
right,
just
that was
roll out of
Scott.
the ocean.
Are you
and-
yelling timber?
Well, yeah. So are we? I guess do we have to have a roll off here? So
Yeah. What do we do? What do we do?
So there is something
two-
about that. They tend to
it's
wipe
2d6, I
out.
believe. I'm just trying to find this section. It's 2d6 plus any modifiers you have.
Well, so, yeah, there is. Okay, yeah. Well, so okay, I'll go ahead and I'll read that first so that our listeners know exactly what goes on. In practice, the question will arise: okay, my army, like I've raised an army at their city, and they march against another city. They intend to wipe out the heathen devils to the last man. What happens next? What happens next depends a great deal on what has happened before. Dawn of Worlds relies on great flexibility during play. In most cases, the answers to questions like this is obvious. If a single army has been raised to march on another city, the city itself lies defenseless, the city will be demolished. On the other hand, another player desperate to save the city may send a plague through the invading army, or perhaps flood the land between the two places and delay the attack long enough to muster an army for the defense. Also, there will arise times when the outcome is not clear. Perhaps both cities have an army, or perhaps one has raised several armies. Many things can affect the outcome of battle. In the long history of the world, however, the mechanics of a single battle are left to the dice. Conflicts between armies may be resolved as follows. Consider what sort of things each side has on their side to help them. Like if one of them has technology that might be used in battle, they get a +1. And then, you would roll 2 6-sided dice, adding relevant bonuses, and then the winning army is victorious.
So I'm not looking to completely destroy them here, but the Krundle army is going to essentially just start sending in scouting parties and is going to be snatching members of this species and pulling them down into the ocean, into the depths.
Shoot.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, classic monkey crab fight.
Classic.
That's right.
Do the monkey people, the parafunctory, do they have an army?
The Chimperry people. Parafunctory is their avatar.
The Chimperry people do not have a standing army. They only have Perifunctory, the avatar. And he's a pretty chill dude, so I don't think he's going to do much about it.
Okay.
They're pretty much just going to get rolled. You're going to be in there like dragging chimps to their drowned death unmolested. That's crazy.
I want to point out too that like there's been a bit of a trend of like enhancing your own things and your own peoples and stuff like that, and that's fine. But someone else can decide to put a plague through there just to delay that army, for example. Just throwing that out there. Someone else.
I know. I went a
to
little
save them.
PvP with it, just because that's how my brain works. But I have an end goal, which is sick and twisted.
I'm gonna remember this on Tuesdays, Scott. I'm gonna remember this on Tuesdays.
Bring it on, baby.
For the listeners, Tuesdays when we get them together to fight each other pretty much every week.
Yeah, every Tuesday we have a battle royale of Scott and Cam.
One of us flies down to Texas or flies up to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
The free airline miles are catching up, though.
It's
finally.
really crazy in this economy, to be
And
honest.
the money we make
There
on those
must be a
bets
better
is
way.
crazy. It's
Thanks,
wild.
patrons, for your patrons.
So yeah, it sounds like they do pretty much get steamrolled. However, the rules make it clear it's you pretty much never completely wipe out a group unless like everyone wants that to be the case.
And I don't want that to be the case. Just
Because
I want them to remember what happened here.
Free flights on Funky Airlines 24/7. Getcha.
All right, was that Scott? Was that your turn?
That is my turn. Thank you very much.
Cam is next.
All right, a couple things are gonna happen.
Oh boy. There we go.
Yep. the Schmetterlings are going to become advanced in logistics.
Okay.
I am then. Name one thing that wins everything more than logistics.
I'm not naysaying. Stop thinking I'm naysaying. I'm just being surprised
sounded
by your
pretty
choices.
Why?
'Cause it's
I'm
hilarious.
then going to command the race to bring food and supplies and textiles and everything else that we've been gathering, along with fucking soldiers from the Order of the Ebony to the Peri Peri as disaster relief for 3 points.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hot damn.
So that is 9 of my 12 points. I am then going to command the race, the Order of the Ebony that are in. What are you calling your territory, Scott?
The city is Crackspire. The territory has no name.
To raise Crackspire to the fucking ground.
Holy crap. Okay, so you provided relief to the Chimperi people,
Yep,
and then the Order of the Ebony is going to raise Crackspire to the ground.
correct.
Sorry.
try.
I know.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, 'cause there's definitely 2 armies there, and I think you've only sent 1 in. So, yeah.
All right, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. I am going to have a cataclysm happen. Or sorry, a catastrophe rather, not a cataclysm.
Do we need to
jeez,
do we need to
thank
do
God.
anything to finish off Cam's turn in that
battle?
like the initiation of the battle?
I mean, are they actually fighting yet? Or is that what you want to have your next turn be?
I figure that the order, because it takes. Y'all tell me, like, if I order this, like, how long? It's supposed to be like 3 years, right?
And you were already in the
figure-
area.
Yeah, I figure like an army
Okay.
trying to siege a city probably takes, especially with the size of Craigspire, probably takes at least 3 years. So
I guess it's up to you then, the both of you. Do you want to deal with that now, or do you want to deal with that over the next turn?
Well, we finished the
Scott.
round, and then it happens like between rounds. So the next round starts with the result.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm only doing one thing this round, and that is I'm causing a catastrophe.
Ooh.
So the Order of Ebony were burrowing through the mountain that's directly next to the poison swamp. Is that correct?
Yep. The Holy Mountain?
Yeah. Yes. And so after doing that, the mountain was left a little bit weak. And over the last few years, the tunnels that they dug, as well as many other natural caverns that were underneath the mountain range, began to break, and poison began to seep out into all of those passages, meaning that the poison swamp the poison can be found not all over the continent, but like almost anywhere in the continent, there is poison that has seeped over there over the course of years.
Oh. Could we say...
Also, it's going to make it difficult for that army to get back.
You're trapped in here with me.
So poison is now coming out of the hole in the Holy Mountain, is what you're saying. Yeah. And can we say that there's like a pressure that builds up inside, and like the heat in the underground or what have you, as like the gas like leaks underground, it get like kind of compresses. I don't know science or whatever, but you know what I mean. And
Sure.
It opens holes across the land that, so it forces like, the catastrophe is not just this one event, but it has a ripple effect of like these holes opening up across the world.
Yes. So like all sorts of places you could be digging, and poison would just start seeping out from the hole that you're digging.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Who's the
And
good
that's my
guys
turn.
now?
I got 2 points left. So that was that round. Let's roll for the next round.
Oh, such a bad roll.
Well, same. I rolled 4.
12 points again. And Cam, whenever you get a chance.
I am not stoked about the amount of points I just got. On 2d6, I rolled 3 plus 6.
I mean, we could just make this a really quick round.
This is round 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right. So Cam's going to go first, then me, and then Scott, and then Duncan.
Give me 1 second. I'm still putting in my notes.
Oh, gee. I've drawn fields on the map to fill up some space because you got farmers. We got farmers. Butterfly farmers.
Sure.
And I'm going to start drawing some holes with some poison smoke coming out.
I like how this has been kind of represented on our map as what looks like stink lines radiating outside.
I mean, kind of.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
that's-
much different from what I've got here, so...
The world's stinkiest mountain.
Too good. All right. You about ready there, Cam?
Yeah, sorry. I just finished my notes.
Oh, gee.
I'm looking through. I did not expect that I was going to be going first with the +3 versus the +6s and 5s. Math was not on my side today. What does event do?
It's like
Event is
catastrophe, but
kind
good.
of like catastrophe, but not necessarily bad. And it will cost one less
It
point.
can be good or bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Can be whatever your little brain decides.
Why does it have to be little? Why are you such a size queen?
Why does it have
Freeman?
to be big?
You could have just said whatever your brain decides.
Why are you so needed?
Why
are we talking about each other's bodies?
I love to use descriptors.
And yet you can never remember them and have to ask us for them.
That's quiet time.
I'm sorry. I went for his neck. I'm sorry. I'm going to command the Formix to raise 4 armies
Holy crap.
as they mobilize for war. The Queen going into hyperproduction as they start burrowing out and creating more obsidian armor and arms. And that'll leave me with 1 point. And that is my turn.
Okay.
So that's back in their homeland.
Yes.
Sorry, how many armies? 3?
4.
4. Damn.
The ant's popping off.
Well, shoot. I'm going to create 3 armies in the city of Vision. So there was already 1 army there. So there are now 4 armies of eyeballs there. They're getting ready for something. So that's all my points. So Scott is next.
So sorry, the Formic people, 4 armies by their city, which we never named that city, that the stone city you did in the mountains. We never named it.
Oh yeah, never did. Tree Top Town.
That one's taken.
That one's taken. Okay. The 3T Town. No. No. Let's see.
The tallest town?
Formica.
The tallest mountain.
Formica.
The tallest mount.
Formica. That's
Formica.
Formica's pretty good.
Okay. Okay. How do you spell Formica? Is it Formica, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So 4 armies. I don't have room for 4 armies. So and you created how many? Oh, by the tower?
Oh, I was using the wrong number of points. Hold on a second.
Okay.
So that would have only been. I have 3 points left. I'm still going to do the same thing, but I have 3 points left instead of 0.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Commanding
was
stuff
looking
is
at the wrong
cheap
age.
right now.
Okay. And was there a name for your tower as well? Your city? Gabe?
Talking to me.
Yeah.
The city is called Vision.
Vision. Okay. Definitely missed that somewhere along the way. Vision City.
Okay, and that was me. So Scott is next.
And how many armies did you do? Sorry to interrupt.
So I already had 1 army there. I made
Yep.
3, so I now have 4 in that city.
Gotcha.
I'll say one of them is a navy.
Oh, one's a navy. Okay. Good to know. Find the boats. Okay, you may proceed.
So I'm going to advance my city with my first 5 points by, you know how you said when the cataclysm happened around my city, these strange stones and crystals and stuff were formed around there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to harness those with magical power and potentially imbue them or use whatever magic is within them to create magical defenses. And so I'm just drawing these like spiked shards of crystals around my city.
Oh, okay.
And then with my other points, I will essentially have my 2 standing armies that were taking the chimperies into the sea, and they come back out. But these crabs are living in the shells that are the skulls of the chimperies. And these are like the special forces units.
Jesus Christ.
So they have obsidian and skull shells.
That's awesome.
And so I now have 4 standing armies in a magically defended city of Crackspire.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
4 standing armies. 4 standing armies? And two abroad?
No, the 2 abroad have returned.
I think it's back now.
The 2 have returned. Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't created any. Sorry.
No new.
Okay. No new. And sorry, one more time. You've outlined your city, or you've guarded your city with said rare stones? Or
Yeah, magical defenses.
Magical defenses using the stones. Cool. Awesome. Done. Easy. Cool.
Okay. If Scott, you're finished, then that is Duncan's turn.
Finny?
Okay. The Chimperi are going to raise an army now that there is, the shell-covered, claw-marked remains of a society with their now kind of shell-shocked avatar sitting there. Raise an army over in Treetop Town. The scary, being fucking scary, are gonna make grotesque mud huts on the beach. It's gonna look like some really fucked up termite mounds, and they're going to build a city that will be called Imperville. I'm gonna spell it for you, Imperville. And the Perry in Paris. I'd like to command their order. I don't want to wage a full war on the Paranox, but I'd like to command the order to, they now blame the avatar that had delved too deep into the ground for the earthquake, so they would like to start dropping bombs down that hole.
Oh boy, okay.
Oh shit.
Oh baby.
How did I respond to the butterflies real quick? I just want to know.
Oh, they're cool. They like flying. They're grateful for the help. They having been, trying and somewhat succeeding through powered flight through the years. It's great to see somebody that got there ahead of them, and they needed the help. And then they see people in the opposite of a butterfly is a platypus that dwells underground. So.
The very opposite. So sorry, is it just outside the cave that the scary people came in? That's where Imperville is?
Yep. Yeah, exactly where all that broken off area. It's just like the jagged coastline.
Okay.
Like some mud will rise from the coast.
Gotcha. And then you're moving with the privateer air force effectively, right, to bomb the city of Paranoxburg.
Oh yeah, it will be a Perix. I'll come back to a pun for it, but
Deal.
You got this, Dunk. I believe in you.
Yeah, I got a couple years, anyways.
Amazing. Okay. Sweet. I've created that. I think we're good. Here, I thought I was gonna decorate this map a little more, but you're putting me through my paces.
Oh no, we're busy deities.
I got a
busy,
little,
busy
I got a
bees.
little in. Yeah. All right, who's next?
Okay, so that was your turn. That's the end of the round. So let's go ahead and roll once more.
Okie dokie. Round 3.
So Scott is probably going to be going first with 16.
Oh, yeah.
Just waiting on Cam.
Yeah, I think this map looks ridiculous now. I love it though. It's so crazy. I wonder what I don't know what the Paradox people have been up to. That's a big mystery, and I love that idea of like
Hey,
well,
Cam,
they're underground. It must be their fault. That's
Okay, there you go. All right. So top of the round is going to be Scott, followed by Cam with 14, and then me with a 13, and Duncan with an 8.
Okay. So I'm going to... My avatar worried for his people, albeit they are an evil race, is going to command the non-militant Crundles to retreat to the point at the far end of the peninsula and create a new city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so essentially...
Athens?
Sorry?
Nothing. Stupid joke.
Yeah, so I believe that's going to be...
Leave the bits to Duncan,
the Crundle
okay?
people are going into the peninsula.
So it's command race is essentially to create a city, correct?
Correct. So, yeah.
Okay,
That's how
so
I've
that's
been
going to
doing it
be
anyway.
6 points there. And then they're going to...
What kind of city is it? Is it another cave thing, or is it like an actual structure on the land?
No,
this
it's
time?
it's another cave thing, and they're just going to be burrowing down. It is kind of like a temporary... Like they're at Helm's Deep, but they're hiding,
Okay.
But they're just kind of making a little... Essentially, they see war coming, and they don't want to be... They want their regular civilians to get the hell out of there, even though they're the baddies.
Yeah.
Okay, and then whilst they are doing that, the crack spire continues to be corrupted. So I'm actually going to corrupt our civilization for 3 and corrupt the city as well for 2. So it's evil as shit in crack spire now. They're just like essentially sitting there and becoming more and more evil because of the obsidian. It is unknown to them.
Do you have a name for this new city? This sub-city to Crackspire?
It's just going to be called Far Reach.
Far Reach. All right.
And that's my turn.
Cool. Cam is next.
All right. The Formix, seeing the non-militants leave the city, are actually going to go there. I'm going to command order to go there and help them build their city. So they're going to show up and help cut down trees, move stones, whatever else. They're going to abandon the siege to help the non-militants
the Order of
build
the
this
Ebony
new
is going
place.
to loop around.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, but they are underground. So I would say if you want to start diplomatic relations, you would have to be sending some of your ant people underground to begin conversation.
What would you want me to roll to, or sorry, not roll. What would you like me? Yeah, they will absolutely. They're out here trying to win hearts and minds. Like, on the good level, they don't believe in killing civilians anyways, and want to make sure that you are safe. But on the pragmatic level, like, if they can turn you against the rest of the order that's been stealing the obsidian, then all the better.
Are you trying to take their obsidian back from them, or are you allowing them to keep the obsidian they have?
If they're using it in their shells, there would be definitely diplomatic relations to why are you using it?
Okay, so
we can determine this next turn.
Yeah, why don't we say my answer to this is potentially you would be attempting to purify the city.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay,
purify civilization maybe, or city.
I think the city, because
just city. Yeah.
So
that's
they're
3 points.
-3 corruption right now.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's just say that the people.
Because you created it and corrupted it right away.
No, they're just corrupted that much by the civilization.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought you were -2 civilization in one city.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
I believe I'm -3. So why don't we say, but the city's +1, thus making them
-2.
-2.
So that is 5 points out of 14, so 9 left. Can I attempt to purify more than once per turn? No, I cannot. Okay.
No, it's once per turn.
Yep, I just saw that. Okay, and then
Unless your avatar were there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. The avatar will start to make command avatar 1 point will start to make his way over to Cragsplit. Is that the right word?
Crackspire.
Crackspire. Sorry. I was close. I'm so close.
Yeah.
And then that is 1 point, so I have 8 points left. Commanding 3 armies to reinforce the peri-peri as the butterflies get back and let them know the struggles that are taking place. And that will leave me with 4 points. So 2 armies of the ants, the Formix, will go to help the peri-peri in their fight against the Paranox.
Okay, so you're sending more Formix
Avatar. Yep.
Oh, you're sending your avatar?
Avatar is going up to Cragspire.
Okay.
And the other armies up here. And then 2 of the armies are going to the peri-peri to help reinforce against the Paranox.
The Chimperi, you mean?
The Chimperi, yes.
Yeah. Not the chicken? Okay, gotcha.
Yep. And then...
Okay.
That leaves me with 4 points. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. So was it the privateer Air Force that was attacking they were dropping bombs into the pit?
That's
or was it that's right?
Yep.
Okay. Then so they drop a bunch of bombs down into this pit, possibly attacking the Paranox out of fear that they were somehow related to this. Whether they were or not, from the hole, upset now that a bunch of bombs have been dropped on it, comes a new avatar. And this avatar is a giant gelatinous mass of this like blackish, purplish sludge. And floating inside this sludge is hundreds of, are they dead? Are they not? Paranox just floating around inside this ooze as it bursts out from this hole. And as it bursts out from the hole, a bunch of it splashes onto the attacking privateer Air Force and corrupts them. So that is create an avatar, which is 8 points, and then corrupt civilization, which is 3. So that is 11 points from me.
Okay. Black sludge avatar. Thanks for that.
Yes. I mean, honestly, you could really just leave it. The picture is already pretty cool. I kind of picture the thing that's just as like the erupting ooze shooting out of there.
So it shoots up and kind of like corrupts, and then kind of like what falls back down into the hole in a way.
I like the hundreds of Schrodinger's paradox.
Sure. It splashes out and then just kind of remains in the like splashing shape.
Okay.
Kind of just like lurching up out of this thing. Like maybe it's reaching all the way down to the bottom of the pit. Maybe it's attached to one of the walls or something. Who knows? Nobody's going down there to find out.
Okay.
So that is my turn. Next up is Duncan.
Do you have a name for this new avatar?
Oh shoot. It's just called Darkness.
It's just called Darkness. All right, Dunk's up.
Yeah, wow. With all of this bombing and this oozing and this awfulness from Imperville, a deep rumbling turning to high-pitched screech comes from a 7-story tall naked mole rat.
Hell yeah. Find that, Freeman.
Being one last avatar. And it also has its sights turned towards the Paris. It blames the Perry people as much as anything else.
Okay.
And that's 8 points, and that's my whole turn.
Sorry, it pops it where? The
Imperville.
Imperville, okay.
Just angry at everything. I'm expecting some kind of kaiju fight out of this.
Okay. And name for your naked mole rat?
Scott.
Scott?
Wait, no.
Got him. Got him good.
Nice.
It's the mustache, isn't it?
I was honestly, I didn't
like I'm wearing
even think
nothing at
about
all.
the fact
Nothing
that
at
we
all.
were sitting at the table with
Stupid,
Scott. I
sexy
was just
Scott.
trying to think of something with scary, but
It's perfect.
scary Scott.
Stupid, sexy Scott.
All right.
Is that your turn?
I found a were-rat.
Yes.
So maybe that'll do for now. And
Hell yeah.
it's marching on the city of Paris?
It's marching on Paris.
Okay, with no army, just on its own? The avatar?
Yeah.
Scott's gonna
Would you follow that thing?
It's too ugly to die.
All right. If that's your turn, Duncan, then everybody roll once again.
Heck yeah.
Okay, round 4. I feel like things are coming to a head.
A horse head.
Okay. So Cam is going to go first, then me, and then Duncan, and then Scott.
All right. Going to go ahead and with my 16 points, I'm going to purify the city up here in the northwest.
City of Far Reach?
City of Far Reach. Yep.
Far Reach with a K.
Yep. And then that leaves me at 13. Going to go ahead and command my 4 cities to each produce an army.
Okay.
So that's 4 more armies. For
I hope
8
you got.
points.
I don't have space for all these armies, so anytime you move them away from the city, I'm adding it to the map, just so you know.
Okay. So that gives me 16 minus 3 for purify city. So that's 13 plus 8 or minus 8 would be 15. No. Yes, 15. So 5. Excuse me. Yeah. With 5 points left, all my civilizations are advanced. Gonna go ahead and command the avatar to fight. No one? Was that the invisible one's name?
Oh, just has no name.
No
I
name.
just have it
excuse
down
me.
here as nameless avatar.
Yep. So I'm going to command no name to. Going to command the Formix avatar to fight no name.
Oh
Okay.
boy, we're having fucking
A kaiju fight.
Kaiju
So
fights,
yeah,
yeah.
so the nameless avatar is still in the bay in the water.
Yep.
Okay, so you're sending your giant iron horse creature into the water.
Yep.
Okay.
Could I command Ken Watanabe to say let them fight?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna just adjust the armies a little bit here. I'm gonna bring the new horse thing that I have here down. And I still just have. So you're fighting a nameless, invisible thing in the water. I guess only the things that avatars can do, which is represented by a starfish. Still, okay, that's good. It's on the map. That's good. It's ridiculous. I'm just gonna send you guys a screenshot of Crack Spire right now because there's just so much going on. It's just a mess.
Oh yeah,
There is a lot going on.
I'm gonna show the viewers a bit. Yeah, there you go. They've seen it already, I think. But yeah, look at that. Holy crap.
When
All
your
right.
crundles are fighting your monkeys and your horse-headed.
The tallest mount. Yep. Okay. Do we
Pretty good.
roll?
That's your turn, Cam?
Yep, that is my turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna have another cataclysm happen. Catastrophe. I like cataclysm better. Anyway, a
Yeah, me
catastrophe is
too.
gonna happen. And I'm gonna pitch. I have two kind of similar ideas, and I would like the group's opinion on which of the two is better.
Okay.
So there's this big lake of poison, or this poison swamp, whatever it was, that now like the poison is reaching everywhere. You may remember a long time ago the stone man obsidian disappeared into the tallest mountain, and maybe he would come back
Yes.
someday. He comes back. He emerges from the lake of poison. I have two ideas for what this means. Number one is that he turns all of the poison and however far it reaches, he turns all of the poison to obsidian.
Okay.
The other idea is that the poison corrupts him and by extension corrupts all of the obsidian in the world to become poisonous.
Ooh.
Did somebody
See,
just leave the
I feel like
chat?
I think they both have such devastating effects because you can corrupt all the obsidian in the world, and then suddenly that devastates the Crundle army and the Formic people. But then I think if you turn all the poison to obsidian, then it could cause these weird ruptures and explosions around the world from turning a gas into all this extra rock formation underground and stuff.
Sure.
Here's what I would say. I think that if he emerges and turns the obsidian to poison, the people that are fighting suffer. The people that don't are not don't. Because the butterflies don't use obsidian. The spiders don't use obsidian. It's just the Formic.
The Formic and the Crundle. The Crundle are covered in obsidian, including the people, I think, Scott. No?
Yes.
Extinction is a bitch.
You're over there trying to purify them, and then suddenly they're just
I know,
poisoned.
that would suck. I just wasted a lot of time and energy trying to fix them.
I have a vote, so maybe if you want us to vote on it, Gabe, maybe we can have I have a swing vote if we need to.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys want, if everybody wants to vote on it, because I honestly I can't pick. I feel like they're both good.
The poison
both
the obsidian, or turn the poison to obsidian. Doug, what do you think?
I'm poison the obsidian.
Scott?
Okay.
I will poison obsidian. That's fun.
Cam?
Okay.
I will obsidian the poison. No, wait. Poison the obsidian. Obsidian is
Okay.
poison. Obsidian is poison.
That's gonna just
That's
gonna
3.
win it then.
So
That's 3.
So, kind of just like a ripple across the world, all of the obsidian becomes poisonous. Not that it wasn't harmful before, but it's like directly harmful.
Yeah. To
And
like
anybody-
life, right?
Yeah.
Not just corrupting, but yeah. Well, that's
So
awesome.
the Paranox people with obsidian beaks not doing too hot, huh?
Yeah, who knows what happened to them? They
Just
might
like
all
midway
of
through-
them might already be dead.
Midway
a
through
ton of them
getting
are inside that
carpet
ooze thing.
bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, that's my turn then. So that happens. I have 5 points left.
Shit.
Amazing.
Duncan is next, followed by Scott.
Okay. Well, I would imagine that some ships have around the obsidian coral have killed some Perry people, but damn, a whole bunch of death just happened. 12 points here. What do we got? Gonna command Perfunctory to head on up to Cragspire and try to purify that city. Let's bring some life into there. Or is it all poisony death now? How obsidian-y was that place?
I mean,
Very.
that's
It was
very-
built with obsidian, and they all
pretty
wear
much all
obsidian.
obsidian.
For the record, I didn't intend for like every race that has obsidian as part of their whole deal. I don't imagine all of them immediately die.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Over the next few
here's
years,
what
they're
yeah, because the Formic
Yeah.
people, they've been using it, right, Cam? But like they're not wearing it per se.
Yeah, they use it as like armor and gear, but they're not like, it's not their life shell or anything like
Right.
that. Like they can
So it's
just
effectively
quickly abandon
it'll
it.
probably devastate both armies of the Krundle and the Formic
Yeah.
people, but not kill all of them because they can at least take it off. But the real danger is that the Krundle people, not the armies, are also going to die. Where the Formic people seem like they're probably okay.
Well, because the Krundle people, like, other than the fact that they live in the obsidian, they can take off the shells.
Right. But it's just like I'm saying, there's gonna be like civilian casualties
Oh, yeah,
for the
big time,
Krundles,
big time.
but maybe not for the Formics. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, because I got a yes and for this.
Okay, cool. So you're setting Perfunctory possibly over,
Yeah,
Dunk?
to purify.
Perfunctory?
Yeah, Perfunctory. And then let's have a nice 9-point event happen. That's a good number of points for an
So
event.
are you
Yeah.
purifying Firereach or Crackspire?
Crackspire.
Crackspire. Okay.
And for an event, let me just look at what my options here
This is like
We're looking at a -4 alignment for Crackspire now.
-4. Wow, that's crazy.
what round did we end the first age on?
like 7 or 8.
It was Age of Land was 7.
7. Okay. Oh, I just wish there was more some of this empty space, this negative space filled in.
Yeah.
And for an event, a maelstrom will kind of kick up, blowing wind from the southeast to the northeast. So all the poison heads northwards.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, like a big wind hits the whole continent.
Yeah, there will be some kind of a Chinook blowing down the tallest mountain in the lands.
Right.
Okay.
So the actual poison, I guess it begs the question. So the poison was like gas from the swamp and stuff, and it was eking out of these holes. The obsidian now is poison, but is it like leaking poison as well, or is it just poison to touch?
I think it's just poison to touch.
Okay.
I think.
Because that would be very devastating to the Order of the Ivory right now. If it was, like, leaking poison.
yeah.
'Cause they're just north
they're very
of
they're very
the Obsidian
protected,
Range.
but yes,
Yeah. Okay.
they
just
are
double
still
checking.
living amongst all of this poison.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, north wind. I love that. Just everything is blowing north now, and I'm gonna. I would say that maybe even some of the farmsteads get hit. I don't have it quite on the map for that. I'll just make it so. Here we go.
Oh yeah, light
Some
up
of the
that
farmsteads
harvest, buddy.
are probably struggling from this north wind like more than usual from a nearby vent that I have here on the map. Might be something a city wants to take care of. But anyway, I'll stop there.
And I'll stop there too.
Go team.
And I'll pick right up where you left off.
No,
Because-
you know what? Okay.
I have 9 points, and I as well am going to make an event.
It's a south wind. There's no more wind. They've counteracted each other.
So, in Crackspire, when the Crundle people... Oh, hold on. My cat is scratching at the door.
No, that's a Crundle, actually.
That's the Crundles.
The Crundles are
suffocating.
coming.
Apologies. In Crackspire, where they have been experimenting with this precious stone and creating magical defenses with it and working on magical warfare,
God, about the magic
And-
defenses.
the poison comes in. I'm going to say that there is some sort of chain reaction with the amalgamation of all these magical properties and poison and obsidian. And essentially, like a nuclear bomb of magic goes off.
Oh boy.
It's just all of the right materials to create this. Like, I wish I had one more point so I could have done a catastrophe, and I don't. But fuck it, it's an event, and it is going to be just a massive explosion, and it won't kill necessarily all of the Crundle people there. Some of them are deep underground, but it just levels the city of Crackspire, and including, I would like to say, affects, because there are a couple of standing armies trying to attack here. So, you have the ants outside of there, the scarabs, and you also have the chimperies. I'm just saying they might take some casualties too.
How about we have because Crackspire is in the caves, right, on the coastline, and so the devastation is like it's gonna blow out from the caves for sure, but it's really more inland than anything.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely room for radioactive fallout to like poison the ships, but I think all of us were at far reach. But I think that like my avatar is definitely caught in the blast and killed. Like I think that's just a thing that happens when they're about to start fighting. Just overblown, the steam evaporates all around them, dead.
Yeah.
Let's say both avatars are dead then.
Sure.
Damn.
The invisible one's finally gone.
Nobody can
just-
tell.
Yeah,
nobody
there's just this-
nobody notices.
the Crundle, no.
There's just a silhouette where an avatar used to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking cracks noble over here.
Can an event like that just be yes-anded on more and more and more without like needing more turns?
I mean, I guess.
Because I
Like,
feel
what
like
do you
that's
mean?
going to create a tsunami that might totally mess up the Western Island.
Might create a tsunami, but I have plans for my turn.
Oh, a Fukushima.
But that being said, the tsunami might pass by it, maybe just devastating like the northern part of the. It's not necessarily going to go directly at it. But I just want to throw the idea out there. Totally up to all of you.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
Sure.
but we can. One of us can do something with that on this turn if they want. Because Scott, was that your turn?
That's it.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll. And is this turn 5?
This is turn 5.
Yep.
Okay.
We're rolling again, eh? Turn 5. There we go.
Oh, I'm actually 14. My bad. No, wait. I'm 13. That's right.
13. Okay. So it's going to be me first, followed by Cam, or me with 17, Cam with 13, Duncan with 12, and Scott with 10. We all have a good amount of points this turn. I am going to... Sorry, what is the name of the races that had the shells of obsidian?
Grundle.
The Grundle. Okay. I'm going to use 10 of my points to create a sub-race. Some of them manage to survive, and they are thriving with poisonous shells.
Oh,
And they're calling those... they're calling themselves the Grundle.
Ooh.
Okay, subrace of whom? Sorry,
Of the Grundle.
The Grundle.
Okay, Poof, amazing.
So basically,
permanent
everyone
crabs
who
with-
is left in Crackspire has become
Yeah.
a Grundle. And then, so now, because they were pretty harshly negative aligned there, but I think this is a new start for them if you would want it to be. Though the city
Sure.
would still be negative aligned.
Yeah. I mean,
I believe.
I'm not saying whether that's a good or a bad thing. You can do that on your turn if you want to, but some of them do survive. So that was 10 points, and then with the rest, I'm going to advance civilization. I'm going to use 6 of my points to advance the Holden. They're seeing that now there's this poison everywhere, and they have begun to develop very good medicine. Because they saw this coming. They knew that this was going to be awful. They wanted to make sure that they were ready to help people when people started to die because of this.
Giant bottle of Visine.
Sorry,
I
Gabe,
have
I just
1
want to
point
toss
left,
out there
and that's my
that
turn.
if you have created the subrace, I was just saying that, you spent the points. Why don't you decide if they're...
Oh, I
like,
see
what
what you're
their
saying.
alignment is.
Because I can choose whether they're like +1 or -1 or neutral.
Yeah, so the city will still be -2 aligned, Crackspire.
Okay.
But you choose how you want them to be aligned.
Then I say they are +1. They are purified aligned.
Okay, so while they are in Crackspire, I guess they're -1, or maybe we can just wipe out the negative altogether. If
Just
this
make them
kind of
neutral.
Well,
just
sure.
make them +1 if you want to do it, and make
Is
them.
it possible that Crackspire is no longer?
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
People survive, but maybe the city's destroyed.
I like that. Yeah.
Sure. And
So-
yeah,
so
the
they are
survivors
actually
have seen.
Is no longer. Yeah. The only corruption's only on the
Cracked
civilization, not the
spire.
city.
Yep.
Which might kind of justify them almost coming out of corruption a bit, because they're so devastated they need to find relief, they need to find salvation in a way, and so they're no longer hampered by this sort of social setting that's pressuring them.
Cool. Yeah. Well, that's my turn.
Cool.
Cam is
Just
next.
quick clarification: the sub race you created is the Grundle people,
Yes.
but do they look effectively the same as the Grundles?
Yeah.
More green.
Yeah, just the obsidian is green.
Yeah, just more green. Yeah, they're just more green now.
Cool.
Cam, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to spend. God, I'm trying to think of what would be the funnest. Like, I think. God. I'm going to spend 4 of my 13 points to purify. Oh, wait. To get rid of the obsidian, do you think that's shaped land?
I would say so.
or command race if I'm willing to give up an army for it.
Like, again, it's your choice.
Yeah,
Just
I guess
who
at
does
this
it
point
and why.
it's your choice.
Does the god do it, or does the race, the civilization do it?
Yeah, I don't know.
But you're the god.
I know, but I am fallible. That's how you know I'm not actually God. Just kidding. Gods are fallible. Just kidding. Gods don't exist. Just
Not
kidding.
mine.
Sorry, I went full on. I hate myself right now.
I love you.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go ahead and just shape land 8 points and clear out the obsidian waste that is my home at the moment. And so that's going to get rid of the old obsidian spires that have turned to poison. And then I'm going to command an army of the Schmetterkin to just gather up the poisonous obsidian and transport it somewhere. You know what? They'll
Dump
just
it in
go
the
ahead
ocean.
No, they're going to drop it on the Order of the Ivory.
What? Why?
Because they started this shit by coming
Did
into our
they?
space. No, they
Okay,
actually haven't started any
They
sort of
just
shit at
watched
all.
it happen and
They
did
just
nothing.
watched it and let it happen. They didn't help
Fair enough.
anything. They just stood there staring with their fucking weird eyes. No, they will absolutely go dump it in the harbor to the east. Not,
Okay, sorry.
well, no, they know about the Perry.
Wow, dude. Very good nature vibes, you know?
You don't have to
Dump all
like
the poison in the ocean.
Holden. They can go ahead and drop it on the Order of the Ivory if you want to.
No. I don't think that the Order of the Ivory has not actually started any beef with the Order of the Ebony or any of the fucking race. So it doesn't make sense for them to be like, because they've been doing humanitarian response the entire fucking time at their own peril. Like, it doesn't make sense for them to suddenly be like, you know what, fuck this town in particular. You know what they're going to do? They're going to take it deeper into the mountain and they're going to bury it as deep as they can and seal it off.
Okay, sorry. Can you
you
quickly
go.
bullet point me exactly what you did?
Shape land.
Yeah.
The obsidian spires that turned into poison are dissipated into the upper atmosphere to never be seen again.
Okay.
Blown into space. And then the obsidian that was part of my mountain that was touched by the avatar is going to be carried by the elders of the city, like Fukushima, where the old radiation techs like went in there to clean it up so the younger ones wouldn't have to deal with it. They're going to bury themselves deep inside the mountain to make sure that it's not a problem for anybody else.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. So the obsidian spires are no longer.
Looks like it, yeah. I'll go ahead
And the side of the mountain is purified. Is there a mark left behind? Do you think maybe?
There is absolutely a big crater, an empty cavernous thing.
The scar.
That if there's a scar. If there's another turn, I will try to do something cool with that. But I'm honestly getting a little sleepy. So
No, all good.
Sure. Yeah, I think we're getting
We're
close
gonna
to the
wrap
end, I
up
think.
pretty soon, I think. Yeah. So if we are gonna wrap up soon, I want to make sure we have a couple things that might.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let me at least get my turn out here.
Oh no! Okay, sure. No, I wasn't gonna wrap it up. I was just gonna throw out a couple ideas and make sure maybe there's a couple of loose ends that we want to consider tying.
Okay,
on.
well,
But
let me
you go ahead,
get
you
this
go
and then we
ahead.
can go.
I've still got my turn too.
Oh yeah, and Dunk.
Go for it.
Jeez,
So-
Freeman, why are you trying to rush everybody?
I'm not
Freeman, what the
playing.
fuck?
I'm busy map making.
I'm going to use 10 of my 12 points to have a cataclysm that just ends the world and we're done. Bye.
Shoot. All right. Cool.
No, I'm just joking.
Thanks for watching,
10
listeners.
to the scary people are going to make two scary armies, one with the avatar. I'm going to command the avatar to raise an army, to command the city to raise an army, and then raise its own army. And next turn they will end the parries in a fit of, I don't know, screeching naked mole ratness.
Oh jeez, Scott really
And-
fucked it up.
That's about it for my turn. That's 6 points.
Okay, hold on. What? Okay, hold
Okay.
on. I got lost there. You did how many things?
There's an avatar at the scary place at
The mole rats.
Imperville.
Right.
I want the avatar to
Scott, yeah.
use Command City to Scott to raise an army.
Okay.
And I want to command the city to raise an army. Can I not do that in the same turn?
I don't know.
I
Just want to make sure
you can do that.
Yeah,
putting
yeah,
an
you
army
can.
out
Yeah,
here.
I'm pretty sure. I just want them to double the size of the army in the mountains so that even if we were to end on this turn, no matter what, an army of naked mole rats being led by a 7-story tall naked mole rat named Scott is marching on Paris.
Okay.
And I end my turn.
Oh boy.
You gotta clip that.
And I just love it right now. I'm just creating text. It just says "scary army." Okay, so one army helping the assaults on. Okay, I gotcha. All right, is it Scott's turn?
Yes. So I have 10 points. With my first 2 points, I'm going to command city, and they are going to doff their poisoned shells and get rid of that obsidian. And they will take the some of the precious magical stones that they had brought from the other side, and they're going to wear those on their backs instead of the obsidian. And then I'm going to spend my 8 points to purify civilization twice, leaving the remaining Crundle as a +1 alignment, seeing the error in their ways and removing the scourge from themselves. So Farreach has become a beacon of hope.
Holy crap!
Okay.
And that's my 10.
Well, is that where we want to leave it?
I think
so.
Maybe 1 or 2 questions. The Formic army is still over with the Chimperi people. Is that correct? With aid, Cam?
It's with aid.
With aid, yes. Okay, that's still a thing. Okay, just want to make sure. The
Ants and monkeys
the
living in
subrace,
peace.
the subrace, the Bielic people. You gave me the name off screen. What happens to them after the obsidian is destroyed? Because that was part of their shtick, wasn't it?
No, they were the granite workers.
Okay, so we're working on granite. So they
were the
still,
granite architects.
still working
So
in the
they're
mountain
fine.
and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that some of the older ones probably did help the older Formics take the poisonous obsidian down to seal themselves in. But yeah, no, in terms of what they normally worked with, it was granite.
They use the granite to
And
seal it over
limestone.
like a dome, like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
The privateer air force that was corrupted by the darkness. What do you think happens to them?
I think, I guess, yeah, Gabe, you might know.
Shoot.
Well, were they being eradicated by the
Well,
scaries?
There's no mechanical reason to say that they aren't still part of the city of Paris and the Perry people, but I kind of was hoping that maybe there was something that, like, there was an after effect, a ripple effect. Maybe the city of Paris is going to become more corrupt now while it's being sieged, or maybe the darkness takes the air force for themselves for more defense. Something along those lines.
There's still that remaining kind of corrupted area that once that obsidian turned poisonous, we can kind of assume that the Paranox people didn't turn out too well. So perhaps there's like the Air Force on the mesa and the corrupted side of the mountain, the invading scaries on the other side, like over a long enough period of time that can turn into like 2 factions of corrupted Air Force side versus corrupted Navy side kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of I don't know what I had planned at the time. I kind of like the idea of it's maybe like a subtle thing, and just over time, it just means that the corruption will continue to spread beyond just that peninsula.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And possibly spread through the people that were trying to, were fighting off the corruption that got corrupted themselves.
Right. And the Perry people have no army that I recall. And
Paris did raise an army.
Oh, Paris did raise an army. Okay, so that's.
But I mean, presumably, when the earthquake happened, it could have knocked out quite a large chunk of that. Or did.
True enough, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I should. That's true. They had an army, but I had it as an order, the privateers, which is more or less the same. But what I've set up is like there's Perry people still out in the devastated lands from the earthquake, and there's an army within the city holding it from the siege, and there's still a navy out there that's sort of like probably doing its best to fight against Imperville, but can only do so much from the water, and can't really do much to stop the siege. Does that sound about right and okay?
Right. And I mean, they've also got a bunch of poisoned obsidian that they're now contending with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's poison blowing northward for a while, I think. And I guess I have just two questions for Gabe.
Sure.
What's the current situation of the Order of the Ivory now, given that the obsidian has been mostly removed, especially nearby?
Yeah, so if we had gone one more round, I was going to have them basically gear up to go and try and kill the Avatar Obsidian. They were basically going to take all of their armies and the Avatar that they have in the city, and they were basically just going to go and fight the god of corruption and poison.
Right. My next question was going to be then the Avatar Obsidian becoming this poisoned obsidian creature. Do you think that the Avatar's name changed at all?
That's a good question.
And do they still just exist in the swamp?
I mean, for now,
if they put a
They were the start of all this.
they kind of were. I did not expect that to become as big as it was.
I love this idea that like there was this poisonous swamp that was hard to pass, and then this formic people just crossed through a mountain, and then because of this Avatar stopped, even the passing through the mountain was stopped, and now this Avatar like stands in this poisonous swamp as still the same or even more powerful barrier to the northern part of the land. But yeah, is it still obsidian, or has it changed?
I think so. I think for simplicity's sake, people just call it obsidian. It didn't really have a name to begin with. It was just this giant man made out of black stone
that just caused obsidian. What's a green colored gem?
Jade.
Either jade or emerald
Garnet.
Obsidian.
Garnet's red.
Is Garnet green?
Garnet's red. Yeah.
Well, fuck me, right?
Green stones.
Hey, what color's vermilion?
Red.
Freeman.
Vermilion is like an orange.
Is it green stone? Tourmaline. How about tourmaline?
Tourmaline.
That's a pretty name.
Oh, you don't have to rename it, but tourmaline.
Maybe people call it tourmaline. I don't know. I'm fine with just obsidian still, but
I think obsidian still works. Yeah, I was just curious. This change in this Avatar. Cool. I pretty much have the whole map done. I might make a couple adjustments from here, but I've had it on the stream for a while now since it wasn't much. Foundry was much used to us other than rolls. But it looks pretty. It looks pretty gnarly. It looks pretty wild.
And nothing happened with the heart people, by the way, ever.
No.
Yeah.
They just chilled.
there's the evil.
I think it's fine. They're there and they're evil.
Just up there,
Sometimes
a bunch of bum tickers.
Right? You go across and discover the island, and you're like, this is. I'll go back. That's fine.
Don't fuck with them. Why would you? They're evil. Yeah. Just leave them alone.
Amazing.
So yeah, that was Dawn of Worlds. Did you all have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Great. Yeah, thanks.
It was a proper
Yeah,
challenge.
it was really great. It was an interesting. It was interesting trying to follow, things that you wanted, or maybe plan. Like I planned some things that I didn't do, planned some things that I did do, but it was like fun to try to yes and and you know, fight back against my initial reactions to just be like, well, no, I think that this is going to happen. So yeah, it was good.
Right.
Yeah, I think if anyone watching, I think my recommendations after this session, would, you know, you kind of sit back, involving myself a bit, but mostly listening, I would definitely re-encourage that, you know, don't just play your own people, try to navigate others. We did it a little bit, but mostly everyone played their own. Which was fun, but like there's a very different dynamic when you start playing with other people's creations. And very much what Gabe said earlier was like, this is not a can it be done by the rules or not, like explain how it's done as you know, drill through that mountain and how you make your way through, and just get so much flavor in there, because that's your ticket to actually building a history for the world, right? How did the former people get through that mountain, and what kind of technology did they have to do that? It's super cool. Yeah.
I think if we played it again, it would be more interesting to like play with other people's creations. But it just, you know, coming from the background of RPGs that I played, it just feels a little off-putting to
dip on somebody else's
mess with someone else's thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm like kind of predisposed not to do that, but I think that's something that would change if we did it again.
It's sort
which
of
would be fun.
You know, one of the things they promote in the system is to like kind of shake that off. When you read the PDF, it's really cool. But you're right. It's a difficult thing to do. So I think if we played this again, we would probably try harder at it. And I would like to give it a go if someone else wanted to do a map. But
Sure. And also, you know, I'm not saying I'm sure you all have busy schedules like myself, so it probably won't happen. But if you were to run a one shot or something in this world, I'm sure you could probably come up with all sorts of fun stuff that you could use to incorporate some of the events that happened during the game.
Yeah. And if anyone watching happens to want to do it with the world we just created, you have full permission as far as I'm concerned. And please let us know about it. That would be awesome.
Yeah, shout out in our Discord. Let us know what happened.
Definitely. Yeah. You see all the links below on the video here on YouTube that you need. And we're always hanging out in the Discord. And if you need to get into contact with any of us, or you just want to go ahead and see what more we're going to throw up on the channel, just like and subscribe and all that jazz. And thank you, Gabe, for introducing this game to us. This was super cool. You told us this I think a year ago. Probably. By the time this releases, it'll have been a year and a half or something like that. But I've been looking forward to this one for a long time, and it turned out really, really cool. So thanks everyone for joining. Go to sleep, Cam.
Good night,
Leave
y'all.
me alone.
Do we want to go around and have everybody
in the tallest mountain in the land?
It's tough.
Yeah, most of us here are members of Uncharted
with
North.
These craggy peaks.
Which you'll see on the YouTube channel, unchartednorth.ca. You can find us on Stemming the Tide, an actual play podcast of the Abomination Vault's Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Also, Encounter This. James, who is not with us at the moment, who usually loves doing the production side of things that I was doing today. You can catch him on that show and various other things. And Gabe obviously has been helping us out with collaborations. Gabe, you want to plug anything else you're up to at the moment?
Sure. I feel dumb for not getting any of the episode numbers, but I'm sure I talked about the previous time I played this on my podcast, Interparty Conflict, but I'm sure it's on some episode somewhere in the last 5 years. Who knows? But I'll just say, hopefully by the time this goes out, I'm working on an actual play podcast that will hopefully be coming out sometime soon. I've been working on it for a very long time, and it's been very slow going, but hopefully it will be close to coming out, if not already out, when this comes out. So
I've had a sneak peek of it, so it's pretty fun, and it's a very different approach to the production side of things for many reasons, and but it's super fun. It's wicked fun. So can't wait to see the whole thing. All right, thanks everyone. Right. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you all.
And we'll hopefully be back as soon as we can for another collab. See you soon.
Cool. Peace out.